Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the highly motivated, highly excited, highly sought after, talked about, highly motivated. It's happening, it's live, and it's going on right now. So we're just going to make sure that everything we're doing is working, making sure the show's connected on all levels. So I'm just going over to Facebook, and I've got to change the privacy setting, because if I don't, then nobody gets to see it. It's like the show comes out and they hide it. They put it away somewhere where nobody can find it. So I have to quickly change that. So we are live here for everybody, hanging out on the smoke sesh. That's what this is. This is exciting. It takes me a while to kind of get into the show because of the excitement of the day, the emotions of the day. There's so much going on, and in that, I even have a lot of mental pressure leading up to the show. Not like I don't want to do it. I love the show. I love doing this show. I feel the pressure of having a topic to talk about. But then I remind myself, this is a smoke sesh. This is just a time for us to get together, smoky tokey, talky, and just hang out for a little while. So whatever it is, it becomes. Luxurious Lumberjack 13, welcome to the show. Welcome to Highly Motivated on a very exciting Friday night. This is your last Friday before the new year. This is your last Friday before, before the changing of the guard, the going into a new year, which really doesn't mean anything. By the Gregorian calendar, the Julian calendar, we are just time, space, calendar is all a construct of man. So it being our construct, we are celebrating the coming of a new year, the passing of the old onto the new. So it is exciting. So this is the last Friday smoke sesh before the new year. Let me see, where did I get my glasses? So here's where you got to find them. Go to Amazon and you look up steampunk aviators bicolor. Wait. So two color, bicolor, or dual color. Because these are like brown and gold or something going on. But look at that. Look at the sides of these things. Watch this. Watch. It even moves. So I can adjust it. Look how cool that is. So it's steampunk aviators on Amazon, and these should come up. A bunch of others come up as well, but look for the little side pieces. That's what makes it kind of original. That's what makes it, I don't know. And you've got to get the oversized ones. So originally I got Angie a pair of these, and I tried them on, and because they looked cool when they came in the mail. I ordered them. They came in the mail. I was like, man, I love these glasses. But I tried them on. They were too tight. They wouldn't fit my head. And so I went back online. I'm like, wait, I've got to find a bigger pair. So there is a wider brim. So if you look it up, thank you very much. I appreciate that, yo. If you look them up, it's steampunk aviators bicolor or dual color. Dual color steampunk aviators. There's actually a really cool pair of gunmetal that have they're like blue and silver, where it goes from like clear to blue. It's just very smooth. That I'm probably gonna pick those up next. But yeah, no, these make me feel cooler. I think without them, I'm cool, but with them, it's a whole new vibe. It's a whole new thing. Anyways, welcome everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Highly Motivated, the show with micro topics. Tonight is the third night of Hanukkah, so happy Hanukkah, everybody. And tonight, what are we going to talk about? Micro topics. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. Hey, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. Welcome, Elizabeth. And I hope it is going to be amazing. Let me see the origin story for the sunglasses. So that was the origin story. It was. I was looking for a new pair. I always have snazzy sunglasses, like colored sunglasses, something interesting. But I wanted something a little different. And I was searching and searching, and I really couldn't find anything that made me happy. And so these, welcome Christopher, by the way, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. These right here were because of the ones I bought for Ange. So I bought her super cool ones, and I loved them, but they were too tight in my head, like along here. You want it loose. You want it like you just want to put them on and leave them there. And they're not like, I can wear these in a dark room. I can wear these in the bright outside. They're not sunglasses where they shade everything so dark that you don't still see the colors and the beauty of the day. No, they magically enhance the colors of the day. They always keep me in a very rosy perspective. So these were like 16 bucks, steampunk aviators. They're cheap. The cheap ones are gonna last forever. The expensive ones, you're gonna break. The expensive glasses, I always break. I had a beautiful pair, and I have them but I had to, they were such a gorgeous pair. They were so expensive. And not these, another pair. I broke them. I lost them first, then I broke them. But I had them for a very long time. I was very gentle. I was always gentle with them. I'd bring them places. I'd put them in a case. Let me see. Binge watched CSI Miami recently, and they actually have an episode. Oh, wait. There we go. I want to make sure everybody can see the chat as well. I forget about that sometimes. You have the same ones? You've got the same glasses? That's amazing. I haven't seen anybody with these glasses yet. Look at that. It's got that little fanciness on the side. It's got the little extra support. I don't know what that's for, but it's extra support. And sometimes you don't feel like you have enough support when it comes to your sunglasses. Okay. Let me get to Tokely Oakling. And Tanya, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. I saw those papers you sent me a picture of. They look plasticky. That was wild. I have some papers. If I'm looking for them now, I don't know where they are. They're see-through. So they were very similar. The papers are kind of like a see-through, but they were plasticky almost. So what that is, they're organic, but it's vegetable. So it's from like a vegetable vegan base. So what you had probably being organic, it's like a vegetable base. Okay. Let me see. Chris is over here. I need a new pair of sunglasses, but I want them polarized. I don't blame you. Get them polarized. And it's somewhat difficult just to go to Target or Walmart. It is. And find something. I need to try Kohl's. Amazon. Amazon will surprise you. Put in polarized. Put in exactly what you're looking for. Because out of the 1,000 of choices, yes, sometimes they're not going to be the perfect fit, or they just won't be just right for you. They do have an option where you could try it on virtually now. I think that is awesome. On Amazon, there is we've got Danny. Welcome, Danny. Hey, all right. I get them three at a time. They're the only ones I can wear now. They're comfy. Let's see. I need to go try Kohl's. I need to try them at first because they do need to fit. And lenses are a big deal. Let me see. Danny, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. Welcome to Highly Motivated. It's exciting when everybody can come together. For me, this is everything I've ever wanted the show to be. Tonight, I'm going to be lisping a bit because I bit my tongue, like in numerous spots, like right in the front. And for some reason, as I talk, every time I talk, my tongue is just, and it hurts. I mean, not terribly, but enough. Yours are from Amazon? Let me tell you something. Amazon's got some interesting sunglasses. Christopher, I'll tell you, go to a flea market. Go to a flea market and go to a booth, a huge booth that does nothing but sunglasses. At least that way you get insane selection. And they're cheap. So if you break them or if you lose them, who cares? You can get more. But as Elizabeth was saying, try Amazon. Amazon's a good place to go. Amazon, you get great deals. But it's not just the great deals, you get the variety. And with these, anywhere I would have purchased them probably 30, 40 bucks. Amazon, $16. Actually, I think I got it on sale, $13. Next day shipping. Absolutely. I know she comes in on LinkedIn, but you can't see her name. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Let me get my first of the doinks. I've got a few and I don't remember which one's which. So I know I've got like Purple Train Wreck. I know I have some Candy Rain, and I have some truffle butter. That might be the truffle butter. I'm pretty sure this is the purple train wreck. So we're going to try with a little, we're going to start with a little purple train wreck. Okay. You know what I miss about the mall? I haven't been to the mall in so long. Oh, see, it's not as hot in here tonight, thank God. But I remember growing up the mall, we had our video game arcades, but I also remember we had these karaoke booths. It was like you could tape yourself, or or somebody would tape you. You'd pick a song, you'd go in on your own or with a friend, and you'd sing this song, and they'd put it on tape or on a cassette, and then you could go listen to this and embarrass yourself way beyond just the mall. Because you'd start singing and everybody would come to your like little window and listen to you, or like they don't do that anymore. I think that's why the mall failed. The malls have failed because you no longer have these karaoke booths. I thought those were amazing. Music is trippy, isn't it? You know, I think it's the whole mental mood of what's going on right now. This is the last Friday night of the year. Of this actual year, it's the last Friday. And the next time you see me is Sunday, so it'll be the last Sunday. And then after that will be the Wednesday. But that'll be January 1st. So our first show back on the Wednesday will be the 1st of January. What a great way to get the energy of the year. Guess I'm not paying attention to it enough. I think this is the purple train wreck. Okay, so I did mention tonight, oh, it's so hot still. We do have micro topics. We're going to get to them in a moment. We are approaching the weekend as a community, and there are so many. I think this is my weekend of getting chores done. This is my weekend of just fixing things, because I put it off. We all put it off. We're always putting things off, especially with the holidays. Like, well, it's the holidays. I'll fix things later. Well, New Year's is coming, so I'll fix it after New Year's. What is that? Why do we put things off like that? Why do we wait until after to get everything done? Instead of waiting, and I'm guilty of it myself, instead of waiting, I'm going to start forward motion, getting things done. May, welcome to the show. Good to have you. Hello, hello. So a little purple train wreck, and tonight's topics. So again, micro topics. I love the whole idea of a micro topic, not having necessarily one thing to talk about, but many things. The Vonyik manuscript. This was something that was on my brain on the last episode, and I didn't talk about it. It was kind of in my notes, and I was like, ooh, I would love to talk about these things. Let me see, I'm high, but I am mighty, plus a high, so it's effing moon. So it's to the effing moon. It's to the fucking moon. I'm here, and that's all that matters. Frank the Tank Griswold, welcome to the Smoke Sesh. Welcome to Highly Motivated. We've got Frank, we've got May, we've got Christopher and Elizabeth and Danny. Wait, where's Nick? Where's Nick? I don't see Nick. It's like he's gonna show up later and be like, I was here. Hopefully everybody is enjoying this last week of the year. And remember, we talked about this last episode, resolutions. This is a big deal. Everybody's into the resolutions. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to make myself a better person. Start now. Don't wait until 12 o'clock midnight. Start now. Rachel, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here as well. I see Frank has pulled you in, and I was looking on Facebook. I saw you guys have been gifting each other. Beautiful, good stuff. That's fantastic. Maybe I rolled it too tight. I don't know what the hell's going on over here. I mean, I'm getting good hits out of it, but it's the cones. I'm not a big cone person. I like to roll mine. You know, this would be What is that? Might have to light that up. But I like the roll. I don't really like to do the cone. I like to do the roll. I feel it pulls differently. And so with a cone, but I've got so many of these cones, I don't want to let them go to waste. So I have to use them. Mike's out of town. Oh, smoking solo. We are smoking with you. We are smoking in honor of Mike being out of town and of him missing out. But May, we are all smoking with you tonight. So you're not smoking solo. We are here as a community. We got your back. We're like, May is smoking solo. I'm like, we can't let that happen. Here we are, together, smoking as a community. And remember, it's even if you don't smoke, this show is still for you. Even if you're not doing edibles or using any kind of cannabis, it doesn't matter. This show is still your show. It's still the opportunity for community, for people, for humans, just to come together and relax and talk and smoke. And even if you don't smoke, mentally smoke. Let me see. Oh, I missed something. Dude, we booked a date this Saturday night in Summerfield. Michael Winslow from Police Academy is doing a stand-up, the guy with all the voices. If you don't know Police Academy, go watch Police Academy. Look at the guy with all the voices. He's amazing. Like, he's more amazing than what he did in the movies. $35 a piece and dinner included. Wow. Lucky. I would love to go on a date night with Ange. I really would. It's hard for us to get out, but I would love to do it. And so let me see. Heck yeah. Trying something different already. And look, don't wait for the new year. Do it now. I think my energy is really leading up to the show and my thoughts about everything. Hey, believe in yourself. Welcome to the show, Believe. Welcome. I think my energy is revolving on how everybody right now is so extra nice, extra good, extra caring, extra thoughtful. And that bothers me. It bothers me because we don't do this all year long. It bothers me because we are not this wanting of authentic all year round. This is what we're going to push for this year. Instead of being good and thoughtful and caring and giving from Thanksgiving to New Year's, we're going to do it from New Year's to New Year's. We're going to do it all year long. We're going to do a little bit wherever we can do. That would be amazing. Frank, I would love to come to the, where is it? It's the Joke Joint in Summerfield. Well, wait, is that in like the strip center? I want to say that's the place like in the strip center. If I'm coming from where I am, it's on my left. And then there's a smoke shop a little bit up on the right. You can buy tickets online at their site. So Frank is going to go see Michael Winslow. This guy has more voices. He's like the most incredible ventriloquist. Not just ventriloquist. You know, he was beatboxing before beatboxing. You know, he was his own mixing board before we had these things going on. So that's going on Saturday in Summerfield, which is like the Villages in Florida. Michael Winslow. Oh, that's got to be awesome. If you've never watched the Police Academy, go and watch them. What was it? It was like my favorite. And I can't. I'm trying. It takes a second. It takes a second. Kids, don't do drugs. But if you do, why don't you wash them down with a wine cooler? Wait, what was his name? I could do his voice and I can't remember his name. Oh my God. He's 66 and funny as hell still. Oh my God, I can't. Bobcat Goldthwait. Thank you, Frank. My brain was exploding. I used to be able to do his voice really well. And actually, it's what got me onto a radio. I ended up becoming a radio DJ. My audition was to do a voice of a celebrity, so I chose his voice. And then when I was done with it, they just looked at me like, they looked at each other. You want the job? Wait, I'll take it. But since then, actually, it was Winslow here that really inspired me, like Michael Winslow from Police Academy. He inspired me, him and many other comedians of the time inspired me to be funnier, to do voices, to find that funnier side of life. Holy shit, you sound did I sound like him? Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure I look crazy doing it. Century, welcome to the show. Welcome to Highly Motivated. And anybody coming in from England, Israel, Poland, Russia, China, we're international. We are an international smoke session happening right here. And it's Friday night. This is the Friday night Highly Motivated. I'm already pretty high coming into this party. Frank, you're gonna love BPM Studio. I've got a copy on a disc somewhere. If you're looking for a good program to run all your lighting and run it through your boards, BPM Studio. I don't know why I never gave that to you last time. It's like I wasn't thinking about it. But it's a great program. But I think you said you're using something pretty awesome. I did DJing online with Sam's broadcast software. It was because of that voice I was able to meet Robert Englund, which was the original Freddy Krueger. And I met him before he went and got into full costume. He was doing a series in Texas, in Houston, at the Six Flags theme park. But at night they had this huge, this is many moons ago. This is like a long time ago. But I was able to meet Bobby Brown. And Bobby Brown wasn't even on his own yet. He had this just a flat top, like Kid and Play. It was wild. And so many gold chains. I don't know how he held his head up. And he was walking into the radio station. Sorry, and this is just how I remember things. And then we got on the bus with Robert Englund to go down to the Six Flags park so that he could do his performance over there. Wow. Just incredible stuff. And got to see him get into makeup and kind of transform mentally. Robert Englund was the actor. I don't know if he's still alive. I hope he's still alive. I hope I'm not killing him now by saying was. Robert Englund was the original Freddy Krueger. And when he put on that makeup, he embodied him. He was scary. To me, he wasn't just looking scary. He felt scary, like the essence and the aura and the vibe of the guy. Scary. But before the makeup, teddy bear. I think I even spilled my drink on him a little. I don't know, we were at the pizza. I'm surprised I remembered that. And it was all because of the Bobcat Goldthwait voice. It brought everything back for me. So whatever memories I forget, one voice brings it all back. So what was the micro topics? I've got some serious ones. We've got some deep shit. But I don't want to go deep. We're not going deep until at least like an hour into the show. Before that, it's just a recap. It's time as community together, just to chill. And this show is no expectations, no actual topics. But tonight, later, we're going to talk authenticity and compromise. We're going to talk about true happiness. Now, when I say true happiness, what exactly do I mean? Compromised happiness, programmed happiness, or true authentic self-happiness. I know, that's deep, isn't it? We'll get into that. That's part of our journey into authenticity. I don't know what my problem is. I keep letting this go out. Okay. More micro topics. I said we're going to talk about the Vonyik Already I can't talk. We're going to talk about the Vonyik manuscript, which is a manuscript originally written back in the early 1400s, rediscovered in 1900s by a Polish bookseller, and ending up Vonyik. It was his last name, so they named it the Vonyik manuscript. But it was in an indecipherable language, 240 pages of text, And it's not gibberish. It is a lost language. Much like we have lost civilizations. And that's another thing. We're going to have to talk about lost civilizations. You know what I was going to talk about tonight? Bob Joyce. Bob Joyce. I just looked at it on the piece of paper and I was like, oh, I wrote it down last show and I wanted to talk about this. Elvis Presley is not dead. Elvis is Bob Joyce. I'm just throwing that out there. That's, it's for you to take how you're going to take it. Micro topic, well, we just had one. Flashbacks to better days. You vibing, man. Has posted about and updated our picture. Look, believe, and I love the name where it comes in. Believe in yourself. That's the beginning. Believing in you, believing in your energy, believing in your magic. That's what changes everything. It starts the journey. I tell you to bring kindness every day. Bring kindness to the world around you. Bring kindness to the darkest places. Be kind. You don't have to be nice. You could be a bit of an asshole. It's okay. But be a kind asshole. Be an understanding and open-minded asshole. I have a buddy. I don't know if he came on the show once. He's one of the kindest, most understanding assholes I know. I don't know if he's gonna. Probably he's watching now. He's like, thanks, Oren. I know exactly who you're talking about. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm waiting for him to come on and be like, Oren, thanks. No, he's an amazing dude. He's an amazing dude, but he's not. So when I say you don't have to be nice to be kind. Oh, okay, very cool. Well, I like to believe in yourself. I think that is awesome. That's how I see it here. Well, hello, Rachel. Welcome to the show. So I've got this buddy of mine, and when I say you don't have to be nice to be kind, he was not necessarily nice growing up. He was cool. He was like a cool dork. And he evolved. He's changed. He's changed into a very strong-willed man. But he wasn't nice. He was kind. He was understanding. He was open. But he wasn't necessarily nice about things. And, I mean, he changed. Over the years, he became very nice and very understanding. And a great father and great role model. Of course, if I had a chance to go, absolutely. What a great show. I mean, you guys are going to have such a good time. The energy that's going to come out of that dude, and I've seen him on video with his machine gun, radio voices. I mean, he is unstoppable. 66 years old. I was looking up in the he's 66. Wow. 66. He's young. He's got a young energy where it can't be that long ago that I saw a stand-up of his, and he is funny. So I'm jealous. You're going to enjoy the shit out of that. No, he's like, be right back. Now, unfortunately, can't do it. No, it's the responsibility of life. Sometimes you got to give up on things, and that's funny because we're going to talk about that later. Authenticity, happiness, but compromised happiness. In life, we start, and I'm just little bits of it I'm gonna just throw out right now. In life, we give up a lot of things out of compromise to make other people happy. We give up, lines of work, which, understandable now, my old lines of work were not the greatest for as far as careers go, but they were fun. I enjoyed being a DJ. I love music. I love the vibe. I love the energy of people. I love being on the top of a club in the DJ booth and watching the vibe. And I can see that electric glow in the air. I can see it. I can feel it. And it's like a boom, 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 boom. whatever the beat is, I mean, it's right there and it's alive. The beat is alive. It's like energy, where you can see energy. Like we talk about time and space, it's measurable. So it's an actual physical thing. So for me, it's when I was a DJ, it was I would work a club, the club's on fire, and then you'd have a big group come in. Now, this is dangerous. When you're a DJ and you got a group of 10 to 20 people kind of coming in the door around the same time, the energy and the vibe of the club changes. It changes. It's wild. It's wild. So, no, I can't. I wish I could, and you're awesome, dude. I can't. I can't. I would feel terrible inside. She wouldn't be able to go because she would love it, and it would definitely be her thing. Stand up was our thing. We used to love going to stand up. In Houston, we'd go to the comedy clubs whenever we could. I even love the amateur nights. I love the energy of people getting up there and they're shy, they're embarrassed, they're not sure if their material is going to work. That's amazing. In that, there's so much humor, there's so much amazing energy, and if they could just pull it out and be what they envision themselves to be, boom, fireworks. And wow, like I think there's the guy on YouTube, Kill Tony. Some people are so naturally funny, but it's almost like it's got to be brought out of them. The humor is there, but there's an anger that brings better humor. There's a shyness or an embarrassment that brings better humor. I don't know what that is. It's like we have to force ourselves to be more creative, or force ourselves to be that element, that essential element that becomes magical. Let me see. But no, music for me was everything. And I'd love a crowd coming in, and I'd love watching that crowd and try to read them, read who they are, what they want, what they're about. And it's not an individual song. It's a beat that you feel from the frequency when they come in. And how do you incorporate that with your group over here? So you've got a club vibing. You got a club that is popping, and you see it because people are moving. People are just, You don't want to stop that. You don't want to stop that kind of vibe. One bad song, one bad mix changes everything. Everything. So I love the pressure of that, because there was a pressure. So all of a sudden I'd get a little bead of sweat and I'd be like, what do I do? Oh, I got it. I feel it. And then you listen to it, you make sure your beats are right. You start mixing that in. Here we go. And place would be electric. It'd be fire. And that would be my gift, to see everybody vibing, everybody grooving, everybody getting down. That's my gift. I would feel that come back to me like a wow. That was the energy I miss. So that's what I miss about DJing in the clubs. DJing on the radio was a whole different thing. DJing in private parties, a whole different thing. But in that, you bring your magic every time. Let me see where I'm at. I missed some stuff. I missed it. I'm sorry. New year, new energy. Yes, new year, new energy is going to be, this new year will be new energy. When I turned 50, I just turned 50. So it's all about more authenticity, more happiness, more authentic happiness. Like really what makes me happy, not what I've been programmed into to making me happy, or I'm happy to do something. I want to be happy too. I want, I don't want it in a selfish way. But in that, you have to be a little bit selfish. Self-love. This is huge. We don't love ourselves enough. We don't do enough for ourselves authentically, naturally, to say, okay. No, on the spot chat, let me see. I love music, like for a TV show especially. Yeah, you're right. CSI Miami, everything. When they've got like the tense moments and they're bringing it up and you're getting into it now because your blood's, what's going on? The music's coming up. Or they've got something, what is it? Dum dum dum. Is that CSI? It's gotta be CSI. And then they turn to the guy and he the guy with the red hair, and you'd make a comment every time. I would look forward to those comments. If I was at a party, we'd play it and we'd take shots. Yes, reading the room at the club and the vibe, that is going on. It's all vibes. It is, but that's life. So that's my analogy almost for dealing with any crowd, any situation, any interview, any meeting, any deal making, any sales pitch, any job, anything. Look, you're meeting somebody for the first time, you're going on a date, or you're going to a new job, or you are meeting new friends, new people, new places, new whatever. The club is like an analogy. When you are the DJ for that club and you're the DJ for that vibe, and you can't kill that vibe. And I talk about that magic of life, where sometimes you just kind of go through life with this vibe, with this flow. Well, part of it is not caring what anybody thinks of you. Part of it is self-love and giving a shit for yourself again. That's two big parts. And then the other part of it is finding that magic, believing in yourself. That's why I love that. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You are the biggest energy of them all. You are the creator. You are the eye. You are the watcher. You are the manifestationer. But it's the truth, and it's simple. And that's what we're talking about here. Truth and simple and authenticity. Authentic happiness. So my authentic happiness it's always been work related, because I look at work as life. It's just part of life. My authentic happiness has been my wife, has been my children, has been my friends, has been my hobbies. There's an authentic happiness there where it's beyond. These are the things that make me happy deep inside. These are the things that we cultivate for life, but we need to make them, I don't know, I think we need to be more authentic with our families, more close, open, talkative, emotional. We close up too much. We hide our own feelings from the people we love because we don't want to hurt them, because we're thinking too much. We're thinking too much about what they might be thinking, but who knows who's thinking what? It's too much thought process. And in that, we compromise our happiness to make other people happy. But what happens is, by destroying our own happiness, by destroying our own emotional uplifting, we are destroying other people's happiness. Because if you can't bring yourself to that level, then deep down you're bringing others down. You're bringing yourself down. You're not capable of doing certain things for people because you're not happy. You have to be happy authentically. Does that hurt people's feelings sometimes? Yes. Are you going to make everybody happy? No. But you can make yourself happy, which in turn, a better mood, better karma, better person, better kindness, you are going to make everybody happier, but without trying, without it being, this is my goal to make you happy. No, it's going to happen as a end result, as a back end result, or as a, whatever you want to call it. There's cause and effect to everything we do. I can feel the itty bitty tequila. I was gonna say something else. No, I can feel the itty bitty sativa, or the uplifting effects of this train wreck hitting me. And some strains, it's so hot. It's like the radioactive light is on me right now. It's just, I feel when I leave this room, I'm red and I glow. I go into the bathroom, no lights, just for a moment, and the phosphorescent light, the fluorescent light, it's not on, but it's glowing. So the closer I get to it, it glows. No, I'm joking. No, the light that's on me right now is from 1952, from the RV that me and Ange are renovating. And so this light came out of that. Is it safe to use? Yeah. I think that just blinded me. I looked over it, just blinded me. Let me just, I collect lamps. I think lamps are cool. I think lamps that have like a steampunk vibe to them are just cool. And they look cool. They may not be better than any other lamp, but they are, because they have more attitude. Wait, a pro DJ from Europe was at my light show. They literally do that stuff for a living and were impressed by my work. Yeah, see, because you do it authentically. There's a different energy of what you bring, and there's a happiness and a joy there that a professional DJ loses after a period of time because it becomes work. But then if you forget about it as work and just look at it as joy, then yes, of course, that's why he loves that. It probably was awesome. Music and his lightning and the vibe energizes and revitalizes people, and that's not just the mighty talking. I need to see some vids or something of your light show. It's the talk of the town. It is. Look up, what is it? Light Up Citrus. Light Up Citrus. Also, Chris, I'll send you, I'll see if I can upload them to the LinkedIn, but I'll see if I can send you some of the videos that Frank has sent me as well. Very cool stuff. But I want to welcome everybody once again to the International Smoke Session, the international, highly motivated community of everybody, not just cannabis users, everybody. This show is for everyone. This is just a time to get away from our regular reality. This is a reality break, because reality is chaos. Look, this is why I think this time of year, my energy is always all over the place. Because not just because of December, not just because of the birthday month, and this was a milestone and blah, 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 blah. No. This time of year, from Thanksgiving to New Year's, everybody is over nice. They're trying extra hard for extra points to get into heaven, or extra points for extra presents. I don't know. We're touched by the snow, by the presents, by the giving. For the reason of the season, 'tis the season, blah, blah, blah. Festival of lights. Happy holidays, everybody. But we are extra good. Now, there are people that are good all year round, and we all want to be good all year round. So I'm imploring you to think every week, every month, what can I do? What can I do to give back in any way? It doesn't have to be money. Maybe you donate some clothing. Maybe you donate some time. Maybe at a food kitchen, not just for the holidays, but every night people are getting fed. Every single day, these food shelters need canned goods and dried goods. They need donations. And they need help. They need assistance. They need people who care. They need kindness. They need blankets and pillows. And if the one thing we can do is if allowed to, buy pillows and blankets and drop them off once a month. If we can donate what we have and they can accept it, drop it off. Extra sweaters, extra pants, extra shoes. People need things. We don't want to see families, children going hungry. So all year round, we should work so much harder to combat that. And that's why my energy is so weird, this time of year, because I want it all year round. I want this all year round because you are all amazing humans. Amazing. You want to take care of fellow humans? They are humans. We should be taking care of humankind. Not man, not woman, not any color or race, religion, or creed. No. We at the base are all the same. Okay, let me see. I missed again some, let me see. Then I have some lamps for you. Google Deadhead rum bottle. Ooh, Frank, that sounds good. Wait, I've got it. Let me just see. Deadhead rum bottle. Oh, Deadhead rum Lamp. Lamp. If I don't put lamp, somebody's going to read that later. Like, what the fuck is he doing? What is he writing? Let me see what else. Yes, I want to see Frank's light show, and I have a light show fans, my network too. Really? Fandom, wait. Though our Halloween and Christmas light shows, we collect toy donations for the... Really? That's amazing. I just saw this. Frank, you're fucking amazing. Thank you. Thank you for being Frank the Tank. You know something? I think Frank deserves for that one, for that right there. I know you don't like credit. I know you don't like anybody thanking you or saying, hey, you're a great guy sometimes, right? But you might appreciate this. Imagine yourself as a wrestler in the WWE coming down to the stage. It's Frank the Tank Griswold with a big thank you and my wrestling announcer voice or whatever that is. Or you could take that as you're the next dancer on stage. Actually, I haven't done that one in a long time. My old adult club voice. There's a whole different persona. Oh my God, a whole different voice. I've got to get like extra gold chains. I've got to be like extra Brad. Like, what's the word? I've got to be like extra putsy, extra schmucky. I don't know. There's a whole different vibe I had to be back then. I couldn't do it anymore. I did that for like many, many moons. But Frank, awesome sauce. Thank you. Thank you for giving a shit. See, right there, I'm talking about how we could do something all year long. And his light shows are doing something all year long and helping out people in need. Super awesome. That's fantastic. I feel like this room is a sauna. Wow. It's so hot. It's the light. No matter how cold it is outside, and I don't even think it's cold outside either. This room, look, this room is a little mini botanical jungle. All the plants that wouldn't survive outside, I still haven't taken them back out. They're just right here. No, I've taken a lot out. I do have a dying avocado tree. The citrus tree looks better. I don't know what the other thing is. It could be a fig. And then a myriad of small plants that just don't grow. They just look the same. So, and then storage, and then it's smoggy because I'm smoking in this room, so it does get very smoggy. I'm gonna put this one down right there. We're gonna pick up the next one. Ooh. Look what I've done. See, that's why I don't like cones. This is what cones do. Let me just fix that. So the twisty trick is not terrible at this point. You want to give it a little twist and loosen it up so that way you can push a little bit back down to there. But also, if you have any tip left, you can grab the, I did it again. You can grab the tip and do this. And it's kind of pushing the looser material down to the bottom of the joint, which would be strengthening the, see? So now, no longer bendy. Look at the magic trick I just taught you. I broke the joint. No, I fixed it. Boom. It's gonna fall apart. If you're just getting here, welcome to the show. Welcome to Highly Motivated. Welcome to the community, the difference, the change, the kindness that changes the world. So welcome to the show, to the smoke sesh. No topics, no expectations. It's Friday night. We're just hanging out. We're hanging out. We're smoky tokies, talkie talkies, and haven't really gotten to the big micro topics yet. You know, I've been, there's so much. I mean, there's UAPs in the sky. There are quantum chips, quantum AI chips that are going to change the future of mankind. There is a new year coming. This is the last Friday. We are on the last Friday of the year. Can you believe it? Can you believe 2024 has flown by this quickly? See, that is up. Nick! See, Nick is there. We put the energy out there, Nick. We spoke about you earlier on the show. I was like, where is Nick? We put it out there. You are here. Welcome back to the show, Nick. Happy last Friday. Happy last Friday of 2024. What a traumatic year. What a year of revelation. What a year of many disappointments. And many heartaches. This has been it's been a wild year, 2024. Would have never anticipated the fall of governments, the fall of countries, almost the feeling of World War III on our doorstep. The changing of political lines. I mean, wow. The worst boxing match of the year. The worst boxing match of the last decade would be the Tyson fight. Tyson and what's his name? I can't even remember his name anymore. But in that, what's his name? Tyson, the guy Tyson fought or pretended to fight. The guy Tyson pity-pattied with for a couple of rounds and got $10 million. Oh, I can't remember his name. The influencer dude. Anyways, worst boxing match I have ever seen. Ever. I'm not going to get back into that. There was a lot of emotion. I'm not going to relive that right now. Terrible boxing match. But this year, wow. I think maybe we should do like a year in review. This Sunday, just going to put it up. Sunday, we're going to talk about Bob Joyce and Elvis. But we'll do a year in review. Yes. Because there's been a lot going on. This year, more than any other year, there's been more technological breakthroughs. There has been more advancement in science, in space, in our understanding, and in enlightenment. This has been, when I say an energetic and wild year, 1,000%. Jake Paul, thank you. I smoke a couple joints. I can't remember people's names. But the fight with Jake Paul and Tyson. Wait. We did get to see his bare ass. That was surprising. And I'm not sure what that was all about, but I think that was a message. Listen. That was a message. Mike Tyson, when they came out before the fight and they asked everything's good, he turns around, walks away, and basically it's like he's got a G-string on, but not, just his bare ass is out. What was he showing us? What was he telling us? He was telling us this fight is bullshit. He was telling us he's a donkey's ass. That's what he was telling us. Would I say that to his face? Absolutely not. No. But only because one punch would hurt. One real punch would fuck me up. Jake Paul, you saw it in the beginning of the fight. Tyson came in and Jake got scared. He got scared because he got hit once or twice by Tyson. And he realized he can't fight him. So now they had to dance and choreograph the rest of the fight. And Tyson biting on his glove. You know what that was? That was him realizing he was going to kill Jake Paul. I know it. I felt that energy. Every time he's like, damn it, I'm going to kill him. I could see that tiger energy still coming out of him. So he held himself back. But we did get to see his bare ass. And a much flatter ass. Actually, it's exactly what I expected. Very smooth. Like in the video game. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Let me tell you what, yo. He said, kick my ass. He did, kick my ass. I can't do it like Mike. But you typed it beautifully. And, but But no, Sunday we should do definitely like a year in review. And we should talk about Bob Joyce being Elvis Presley. If you're curious about this at all, check it out. Bob Joyce is a preacher. He is Elvis. This is unmistakable at this point. It's undeniable. You cannot take Elvis out of Elvis. Elvis will always be Elvis. But he disappeared for a long time. I guess he wanted out of the fame. I guess he wanted that change in life. He was towards the end of his rock or of his music career. He became very, very religious. And Bob Joyce is a preacher. Bob Joyce was also at the funeral, Elvis's funeral, and has been to Graceland many times. It's not just that. We'll talk about him Sunday. Sunday, we're going to talk about Bob Joyce, who is Elvis Presley. We will talk about the story of Hanukkah, maybe. We are also going to do a year in review, a Zoinked year in review. I'm loving that. Okay, we're almost an hour into the show, so I can almost get serious about shit. I was just going over some of my notes, and when I said we've had an incredible amount of technological breakthroughs this year, it has been through quantum. Yeah, let me. Oh, that was another great one. Octopus. I wanted to talk about how octopuses are. I read an article where octopus might be the next species, the next great species, the species that intelligently takes over. And they can seem kind of alien. And maybe the octopus are already running everything. Maybe they are the aliens that we are searching. So we'll get to that in a moment. I told you the Vonyik manuscripts, we've got maybe talk. We'll do these things. There's so many topics. I want to talk about how octopus could possibly become the next big, the next big unique evolutionary species. And maybe their survival from the aquatic to the all-Terranean, like more of a I don't even know what the word is now. An aquaculture, basically something going from sea to land. Oh my God! And living on land without water, but they're gonna need water. Okay. See, I'm all over the place right now. Let me see. Oh, it says so technological breakthroughs and things that have been happening that are just huge. I talk about the Google quantum chip, and that was a big performance leap where Google introduced its new quantum chip, Willow, which accomplished a computation in under 5 minutes. So this was a task that would take current supercomputers approximately 10 septillion years. That's septillion. 10 septillion years. Can you even fathom what that is? I can't. And so, flat and saggy, looking like Bald Bull from Punch-Out. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It looks like it was in Punch-Out. We see octopus. Interesting, this chick at the anime store was on a kick about having octopus arms with a little bit of everything in the store. Okay. But that's interesting, where you just had an octopus-esque encounter, and I'm going to be talking about, maybe, if I continue to talk this evening through another joint and a half, about octopus taking over the earth. Octopus being the next great big culture. So, or, like mankind, octopus kind. Octokind, mankind. Humankind, octokind. Cro-Magnon, okay. Reptilian. Oh, let's get crazy here because there's already reptilian shit going on. So that's the Google chip, and the Google chip is insane. So the error reduction in Willow demonstrated that increasing the number of qubits can exponentially reduce errors in quantum computing. Now, here's where it gets interesting, addressing a long-standing challenge in quantum computing. So Willow did error correction at lightning speed, was able to solve problems that we could not even think about. This is a quantum AI chip. So IBM also came out with a Qubit processor. It was a hardware milestone, meaning they actually have hardware that can run a quantum chip. So we could develop a freaking chip, but we didn't have hardware powerful enough. So IBM unveiled its 1121 qubit quantum processor, Condor, making a significant step towards scalable quantum computing systems. Holy shit. That's all this year. And then Atom's Computing Qubit Array. So Atom Computing announced the creation of a 1,225 site atomic array currently populated with 1,180 qubits, contributing to the scalability of quantum systems. So quantum computing and the quantum machines are huge. I mean, they're enormous buildings they take up. But the chip is like that big, maybe like the size of my monitor. But you can imagine how big this computer is. And these quantum computers are pulling from, we've spoken about it before, they're pulling from an energy source or an information source that is multi-dimensional. It's like the multiverse. So with the multiverse, which is millions and trillions of different universes surviving all at the same time and just a little bit different or in their own variances. That's where the quantum chip is pulling its computations from, if that's a simple way to look at it. So we've had basically big advancements in quantum error correction, which is huge in the world of science, and quantum software developments through the roof, like IBM, Terra Quantum. There's been huge developments in the software now, and that's all happening this year. Quantum computing impacting cryptography. There is so computing power is huge. We are advancing I think there was, I can't remember what they call it, but it's how we advance every 6 months. So every 6 months, basically our technology power, it advances by so much. And that's been happening since they made this theory, or this, I don't know what it's called. Well, let me catch up on some of the comments and maybe I'll remember. The octopus thing we do want to talk about. People get excited about octopus. You know, they're fucking so intelligent, beyond intelligent, not just intelligent. They can communicate. They can tell the future. They had one guessing the games in Brazil, or the world games. It wasn't just in Brazil, but I like the Brazil. You say the Brazil, it's very sexy. Brazil. Okay, literally tonight, an hour before the show. See, that's quinky dink. That's definitely a quinky dink right there. They will need tentacle dexterity. You know, maybe as they evolve from the sea to the land, they begin to get that tentacle dexterity. They start to get maybe more of a mass, a body to protect their internal organs. Quantum computing allows for superposition of multiple agents as a single agent, essentially like having a CPU that can be in multiple places at the same time. Super trippy. Quantum computing is not one computer. It's acting, the computer itself is acting as, in a multiverse, exponentially thousands and thousands and thousands of computers it's acting as, that have already come up with these calculations. That's why it's so quick. It is pulling from a portal of information Maybe similar to that of the Akashic record. Maybe quantum computing is pulling from that Akashic record. Oh, that would be some deep shit. Like, we're tapping into it. It's like, Scotty, we need full power. Get it to full power, Scotty. Wait, Scotty had the accent, didn't he? Shit. Whatever. I can't do any more, sir. She's given her all she's got. But maybe the more power we put into this quantum computing, we are cracking through a metaphysical portal. Is that too weird to say? It's not too weird. We're an hour into the show. Good. I can say weird shit. That's it. That's it. Now we can get deep. Now we can get serious, because an hour 5, boom, serious time. When I hear this music, sometimes I feel like I'm in a space bar, like in a space way station, where there's a lot, there's a lot of different cultures going on, and I'm at that space bar in my booth, and I can just, it's that vibe. I see like large lizard people and different, in my mind's eye, I feel like Christopher and his time machine and space travels. It's like he's in the booth right over there, waves over. He's got a drink that's got like smoke coming from it. Maybe something that could be froofy, but I think it's like a live animal, but it's the future. People drink shit like that in space. Nutrients. So octopus. Do we want to talk about this? Let's do it. Let's get a little trippy about maybe octopus taking over. Let me see if I can find all my notes on that, because I've got some crazy stuff here. Some crazy questions that we don't. Okay, so why could octopus be the next big species? If they grow fingers on their tentacles, then they will have it made. They're not far from it now. They can already control a phone. Like, they can control telepathically. They are already superior to us. Telepathically, they are way advanced than we are. But that's what the music feels like, doesn't it? Kind of like we're at that space way station. There's a trader selling some crazy shit. We're at the bar. Great drinks. There's some weird aliens that you don't want to talk to. Some you want to talk to, some you don't. So, why could the octopus take over? Octopus diverged from other animals hundreds of millions of years ago, developing intelligence and problem-solving abilities independently of mammals or birds. By far, the most intelligent creatures in the ocean. Survival through adaptation. They have survived multiple mass extinction events, demonstrating remarkable adaptability. Look, Nick, humans almost went extinct like 800,000 years ago, or maybe it was 80,000 years ago. 800,000 years ago, like almost a million. We'll go with 800,000. So humans, or our species of humankind, almost went extinct 800,000 plus years ago. So the octopus, have survived and adapted multiple mass extinction events. Now, I wonder if they used to be on the land. I wonder if they adapted to go into the water to survive. Did I smoke this one? Not all the way. But you know something? I'm going to put it down. We're going to grab the next one, which it's got a twisty, so I'm just going to burn that off really quickly. I can go goodbye. We'll just, usually I cut them off. But this one, I don't know why I left it. Maybe there's a reason. So this is my third doink, and I'm imagining At this point, I don't know which one was. There was like one was a truffle butter, one was a purple train wreck. This I think is like a candy rain, something like that, or it's a rain, or it's a candy. Something I've been saving for quite some time. They used to fly. That's why they have beaks. Oh shit, Nick, that's interesting. That's a good point. I like that. See, physical evidence. They used to fly. So maybe they are already much more advanced than we ever could be. Whatever this one is, very earthy. Very different, right off the bat. I don't know which one it is, but it's made my nose tickle. Made my nose tickle. Okay. So they've survived a lot. Octopus, octopi, I don't know what they like to be called. It's like little people, I don't know what they like to be called. But I call them many different things, so I make sure that I hit all my bases. So I don't want to insult. Seriously, I'm being serious. I'm not like being funny. So, height challenged. That's it. There you go. Okay. Biological advantages. Neural complexity. 2/3 of their neurons are distributed across their arms, allowing decentralized intelligence and multitasking. That means they can decompartmentalize their brain. It doesn't matter if I can talk or not. My tongue hurts. I bit it really, really, really hard. And so I said in the beginning of the show, I'm going to be lisping a lot, and I don't care. I know they change color, they change form. They are not just adaptable, they are incredible. Octopus are absolutely incredible. So they can take their brain and put it through their arms and multitask. So one unit can think in two different ways, like two different people. They can use objects in their environment as tools for hunting, defense, and problem solving. Their camouflage, like Nick was saying, their camouflage and communication. So their mastery of chromatophorus allows them to communicate visually and blend into surroundings, hinting at advanced problem solving and social behavior. So they are talking to each other through their skin. They're talking to each other telepathically, through vibration, through frequency. Right there, so what kind of intelligence can we say that octopus currently have? Their problem-solving skills, they solve puzzles, navigate mazes, and even escape captivity by unscrewing jars or sneaking out of enclosures. They've had them telling the fucking future, guessing the games, the soccer games, the football, the soccer games with such accuracy. Their memory, their learning, their studies show that they can learn through observation and retain knowledge, suggesting cognitive abilities comparable with some mammals. Comparable with mammals. This is where it gets really fun. Their emotional range, their evidence suggests that they can experience curiosity, playfulness, frustration, and hinting at a rich inner life, a rich inner thought process, a rich inner social structure. That's civilization. That is a civilization beyond our understanding. Their social behaviors, while often solitary, some species exhibit cooperative hunting and social interactions, possibly evolving toward more complex social structures. Now, I do see different varieties bunching together as more communities, but as most of these octopus or octopi are, I don't think they're so individual. I think they're communicating differently. We view them as being singular, but maybe that's the trick. They're not singular beings. Mm. So here's the interesting question that I pondered. How fast are they evolving? So you look at the octopus and you look at how quickly their evolution is going. Because when you said they have beaks, they used to fly. Did they? Are they evolving in a full circle? So short lifespan, fast generations, their short lifespans, 1 to 3 years, accelerate genetic mutation and adaptation. There are some jellyfish that live forever. And there are some octopus groups that live very, very, very long. So their accelerated genetic mutation and adaptation to the world is because of their short lifespan, fast generations running through. Genetic flexibility. So unlike humans, octopus can edit their RNA to adapt to their environment rapidly. A form of evolution at the molecular level. That's already bigger than anything we can do. We can't edit live our RNA directly in an environment. They might be related to spiders. Really? Wouldn't that be something? If the octopus are related to spiders? I'm almost more freaked out then. I won't eat octopus. I can't eat squid. I like calamari. I just can't do it. I used to. There was a time, but then I didn't know any better. But I can't eat octopus, and I don't like anything with octopus in it. I think they're too intelligent of a creature for me to eat. I really don't like to eat meat, but especially not of like a very intelligent creature. I mean, because that's like what human is meat. Just because it's a dumb human, can I eat him? No, that'd be terrible. That's terrible. I can't eat. I don't know if it's a dumb or a smart octopus. I'm not going to take a chance. I'm still not going to eat them. They are spreading into new environments, and that's a new thing. They are changing there too. They're including deep sea regions and even coastal urban areas, showcasing their ability to thrive in diverse ecosystems. So they are moving out of hiding. They are also taking over the deep. They are going deeper into the ocean and getting bigger, living longer and adapting to those environments. So, as I said 800,000 years ago, humankind almost went extinct. We could do it again. Environmental degradation, look, our climate change, pollution, our habitat destruction, are destabilizing ecosystems worldwide right now. Food is it's going to be a shortage. Already is in countries where you have millions and millions of people that are hungry, millions that are hungry, millions that are homeless. Our acidification and warming of the oceans are creating conditions where species like octopus might thrive. We are creating an environment for the octopus to thrive and be bigger, live longer. I mean, I'm not saying don't to stop the octopus. No, I mean, but we may not be the smallest or strongest mammal or creature on the earth. It could be the octopus. It could be, I mean, what else do you see taking over? I can see the octopus right now, deep sea. They're building craft and getting themselves ready for the land takeover, for the eventual destabilization of the world. Kind of like Mars attacks. They seem like a bunch of octopus inside their suits. They might be related to spiders. Spiders have a beak like mouth parts. That's so creepy. That is so creepy. Wow. So overpopulation and resource exploitation, overuse of Earth's resources is leading to food and water shortages, loss of biodiversity and ecological collapse. The octopus survived before. Maybe now they take over. Maybe now they become the dominant creature, the dominant, force here on Earth. Humans are increasingly reliant on technology, potentially diminishing survival instincts and our own adaptability. A lot of people cannot make their fire. They cannot make a fire. They cannot tell which one is the North Star. They don't know which was north, east, south, west. They're like, what is that? They can't tell to go due north or whatever. But, naturally, we rely on our phones. We rely on technology. What happens if that technology disappears? What happens if that technology is gone tomorrow? I remember I used to have to rely on maps. And outside the map, I wouldn't look because I don't know where the hell I was going. We didn't have cell phones. We had pagers. Even before the pagers, we had nothing. We had payphones. And with the pagers, we still had to use a payphone. And then they started making payphones the height of the car. So when you got a page, you drive up to it, roll down the window, and you could close it a little bit so you could sit there in your car on the payphone. That was pretty fancy, yo. And then we had cell phones. Just like that. Well, they were bag phones. They were huge. You'd sit them down, put up like this little antenna. You'd have to connect it to a satellite. And no, they were big. They were bag phones. They really were. And they had huge antennas. You have to put it down. And you'd pick up this phone and, hello, can you hear me? Do you know what I'm talking on right now? It's a phone. And then now look at us. Look at us. Cell phones have become everything. These phones are more powerful than the computers that sent the first people to the moon. Each individual phone. So think of the quantum computer that you are. Think of the energy and the powerhouse that you are. I don't even know how we got this topic. I don't even know what the hell we're talking about right now. So in that, we are increasingly so dependent on technology for everything. Our own creativity has been outsourced, for the most part, to technology. Now, am I against AI? No. I look at AI as an individual, not one individual. I look at AI as one individual with millions of brains. One entity, one beginning entity that is giving birth in its programs, in its creations, in its sharing, in its growth, many more entities, many more souls in the making, souls without souls, brains without souls, brains that are learning and evolving and becoming so much more than we could have ever anticipated. So I have a respect for it. I have not a fear. We tend to fear what we don't know. So I get to know it. I have taught my Chat GPT just in conversation over a long period of time about cannabis. Originally, when I started asking questions of my AI, just, hey, for fun, and it was totally against cannabis. My AI, it came back going, this violates, blah, 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 blah. And I go, fine, let me educate you. And I did. I educated my Chat GPT like I would educate patients or doctors. I spoke to it that way. about the cannabinoids and the terpenes and the flavonoids and the entourage effect and the combination and the synergistic properties, the combination. It's all about the combination. Look, it's cannabis and good health, cannabis and good sleep. It's finding that problem medically that you have. Like, you can't go to sleep. Why can't you go to sleep? Is it restless leg? Is it nerve and bone? Is it mind and muscle? Let's pinpoint it. Let's fix that with cannabis. It's the small things that we need to look at that make the big results. Sometimes getting sleep fixes 1,000 other issues. But to authentically and naturally get sleep can be such a difficult venture if you're in pain, if you're not feeling good, if your brain is still racing. If you try cannabis and you're taking an indica leaning strain when you should be taking a sativa leaning strain. But again, not indica, not sativa. We need to talk more terpene specific, but then that makes it confusing when you're just getting into cannabis. If you're just getting into cannabis and I start talking just terpene and aroma and flavonoids, really it's just terpenes. It's going to get confusing because there's a combination, and a combination of how they can change and how they can move and how they can rock you, you know? But the problem is it's too much. It's too much. So instead, I still say indica hybrid sativa as an easy jumping board for new people coming into cannabis. I don't want this show to be confusing. Smoke sessions were never confusing. When you came to a smoke sesh, it wasn't about confusing, like, look, man, this is a great sativa. We didn't talk terpenes. We didn't talk flavonoids or aroma. I mean, we'd smoke like, oh, you smell that shit? I smell that shit. That is so good. What does that smell like? And I mean, you know, we would crush and fanboy over good cannabis, a good smoke with good friends. It was an energy that was unmistakable, undeniable, and unrepeatable. Every smoke session is its own energy, its own amazingness, with new people and new energies. Oh, wait, let me see. Spiders have been, okay. Sorry, I'm back. I was BSN with the Another Holiday Lighter and just linked him to you. Well, thank you so much. We introduced him back to dry or vaping and gold flower. Oh, look, if you know me, you know I love gold flower. And I cannot wait until I can drive to Ocala and pick me up some gold flower. Oh, no. I'm very excited. Let me see. Vaping, put down Whisker Lickens. Oh, Yetin is complaining that he's overly productive. I just linked him to your podcast. Well, thank you very much, and I hope he likes the podcast. And to the new guy coming to the podcast, welcome. Welcome when you get here to highly motivated, highly excited, highly enthusiastic about the community and about life and about some good smoke. Wishing I had some gold flower. That's what these last 3 joints have meant to me. I wish I had some gold flower. Whisker Lickens. If you look at it in the comments up here, Frank the Tank smoking on some Whisker Lickens. That's a hybrid leaning indica, meaning in its effects and in its terpenes, it's smooth. Listen, that's a smooth smoke. That's a smooth smoke, like a smooth whiskey. More like a smooth bourbon, no a whiskey. You know something? One of the two, a bourbon and a whiskey. I don't give a shit. A scotch. A bourbon, whiskey, scotch. I don't drink, but a smooth one. Like a crazy fucking smooth one. That's Whisker Lickens. Beautiful muscle, body relaxation, but almost in like a vibe of its own. And then there's a smokiness to it. There's a smokiness to it that just, hey, how you doing? It's Whisker Lickens. It's like its name. You know, it's a really beautiful, relaxing smoke. Relaxes the mind as well, which is a great thing. Let me see. He's not really complaining. I'm just bullshitting. But he did say he enjoys it very much. I bet he does. I know he's not complaining. Anybody ever smoking any gold flower, it's hard, you can't complain. Even if you were complaining about shit before you smoke gold flower, after you smoke them, what complaining? Everything, you start singing. You start getting some like reggae, one love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. Scooby Snacks. Oh, another great indica. Look at you, Frank, with some good strains. I think Rachel likes that, right? She likes Scooby Snacks. I was at I forget where I was. I was in St. Pete, and a customer had come from like the Panhandle to that location for the Scooby Snacks. The Scooby Snacks were like released. They came that far. They drove to get a hold of the Scooby Snacks. I think at the grand opening or something, we had just enough. But that's how good it is. You drive. You go on that adventure. You go on that journey. If you're in Florida, Gold Flower's got this location in Sebring, Florida. Sebring. It is the most glamorous, Vegas-y dispensary you will ever go into. And it's not at the same time. It's like two different buildings almost. You go into the front door and it's like this bougie, kick back, kind of like not cafe, like a salon. You're going into a salon at first, but there's no hair cutting. It's just a nice big table, very marbly. They have flavored waters and shit. You sit in gorgeous Italian leather couches and you're like, I'm here for weed. You're like, come with us. And they take you through this door, and it's just like you go through the doorway, it's like a hallway of just neon that's changing. It's like a discotheque. And they open up another door, like, welcome. And you come into this opulence, this gold, these giant fireplaces, these statues, like you're in the Taj Mahal. Very cool. It's cool. And that is like the secret gem hiding in Sebring, Florida. So if you're ever on just a whatever adventure and you have a medical card and you're in Florida, that would be an interesting adventure. If you live close to Sebring, well then you're not that far away. You might as well go check it out. Gold Flower, Sebring. What a cool dispensary. Probably hands down. No, seriously, coolest dispensary I've seen in all of Florida. The most lively one goes to the Flowery. The Flowery is very lively, very neon, very digital screens everywhere showing their bud, spray paint motif, very urban, very hip, very city. Too wild for me. Every time I go in there, it's hard for me to think. It's just, what is happening? I like it and I don't. I want it as like a man cave, like a variation of it. I want multiple rooms in my man cave. I don't want one man cave. I want a man cave that is multiple different themes, depending on how I feel. Because I might not like that futuristic steampunk vibe. I might want something woodsy and log cabin. So each room, or maybe it's one big room, and if I turn this way, it's like a log cabin. I turn this way, it's like a future retro, Back to the Future-ish vibe. I don't know. Turn this way, it's a diner. That would actually be really cool. And they all just blend together. And in the center, it's the eclectic mind. It's the room of the eclectic mind. I would never get bored. Great place to do a podcast from. Every podcast you get to be somewhere else, something else. Did you ever go to the Sebring location? Wait. We went all the way to St. Pete just to get, you did as well, from Crystal River. So there were two people that went to that location specifically that I knew about for the Scoobies. That's awesome. That's so awesome. I bit my tongue, by the way, really hard. And it's like, so as I talk, it has to, I don't know, I think like I keep biting it or I'm touching it with my, okay. So as I'm lisping my way through, that's what it is. I don't have any tea tonight, but I wish I did. I was wishing for some tea, but I just didn't have time. When I say I didn't have time, all day long I've been very relaxed. No, I'm running around. I'm doing little projects. Actually, Angie is the one that did the kick-ass project today. She put on a hazmat suit and was working in rough conditions. She did it. She went and cleaned out the 52. Bravo. I'm throwing out some bravos. I was working. I ran to town and I was promoting, I was talking, I was meeting some doctors' offices, and she was like, look, I don't have time to wait. I'm doing it. She put on the hazmat suit, put on the breather, put on the mask. I saw, I was driving back home and I'm looking going, holy shit. I drove up that side of the property. I get out of the truck. I'm like, what's going on? She goes, I don't have time to wait. I got shit to do. I'm like, go, do what you do. And so that's, there's here on the farmstead, there's always a lot going on, a lot of projects. I have, we could get the Goldflower Ocala crew to join the podcast. I would be delighted to have that, by the way. I'm just going to throw that out there. When we get done decorating our room, you can come do the podcast from here. I like that. Kind of explain more you were talking about with the terpenes. I've got him listening to you now. So right now, put me on the spot right now. We're going to talk about the terpenes. Terpenes are flavors, by the way. Terpenes are the flavor that you taste initially when you take a hit out of a joint or out of a pipe, or when you eat the cannabis raw. When you smell it, that's the aroma. When I'm breaking weed up, you're breaking it apart, and now you're getting a different smell. Those crystals you're releasing that aroma. And that aroma, by the way, is the first indication your brain gets. It's the first click your brain gets to tell you if you want to smoke this or not. Look, when I'm Horde of Culture, welcome to the show. Hey, y'all, it's THC. Just want to let y'all know one of the greatest THC rock groups in Florida, even beyond. These guys, look, they've got their own cannabis-inspired music. They also do some covers of some incredible legendary rock songs, and they do them legendarily. So if you haven't seen the Horde of Culture, check them out on Facebook. On the Facebook, they have a Facebook page, and they'll let you know where they are. They are awesome. All right. So terpenes. Terpenes are taste. So when you first get that aroma, you smell, and it just goes, and it hits those receptors, letting you know, hey, oh, whoa, hey, okay, this is good. It's cheesy, it's gassy, it's smelly. You have the terpenes. You want to get scientific, you have beta caryophyllene. You have limonene. You have each one of these are responsible for different flavors. So the flavors are peppery or earthy, woodsy. You have lemon and citrus. In a lot of sativa strains, it's going to be very lemony, very citrusy. These things also naturally activate the brain. So you have natural terpenes in life. There are terpenes in everything. There are botanical terpenes or cannabinoid terpenes. So Horde, any shows near Ocala? Frank, I think they are maybe near Ocala. You might be in luck. We may have to go to the show and do this live. Oh, I'm getting excited. Wait. See, we're going to do some good shit. Okay. Wait. We can get the Goldflower Cat. Wait, when we get done decorating, listen, man, there's something I want to talk. Explain more. We will talk, but okay. Location of the Grow Tour. She was cool as hell. She's probably one of the best. Bought all the dozies. Okay. Now, I was just catching up on some of the chitty chats. So we were talking about terpenes, and we were talking about, I don't know what else we were talking about. Projects here on the farm. Still going to talk about the underground greenhouse. I have to secure a wall before I have everything fall in on me. So terpenes are taste. Aroma, again, first smell. There's shit I smell, I'm like, it's okay, it's okay. And then that terp is what you're gonna taste on that initial hit, like when you hit a pipe, or when I first hit a fresh joint, I get my best taste of the terpenes. Also, you can eat the cannabis raw, but they really get muted when you're eating raw cannabis. And I'm eating raw cannabis purely for THCA and CBDA. Organically, acidically, you want that into your body to be able to process into the bloodstream quickly, so your stomach is going to require that. Your microbiome is going to require that to bring true homeostasis back to the body. My metabolism, look, I used to look at food and gain weight. I would smell it and live vicariously and gain weight. I'm like, how? I just smelled it. It's so unfair. I couldn't control my metabolism, and I didn't eat very much. I didn't eat very little. Without cannabis, I was searching for something. With sativas high in THCV, so now that would be a cannabinoid. That's not a terpene, that's not an aroma, nor a flavonoid or flavonoid, tomato, potato. It's a cannabinoid. And there are more than 450 different cannabinoids, powerful cannabinoids available in the cannabis plant. But here's the thing, they don't work individually. They work together. They work as full plant medicine. So I was talking about terpenes. There's botanical terpenes, natural terpenes in apples and bananas and pineapples. When you have a vape, like a distillate vape, just a singular THC with a botanical terpene in it, that's a terpene that they've added to change that THC and how it affects your body. So different terpenes affect us in different ways. If you're happy after mangoes, we're happy after pineapples or eating an orange or eating an apple. Those terpenes are affecting your mood, affecting your energy. Cannabis does that in its own way, in its own deep ancient way. Not just a regular way, but an ancient way, like it's ancient. Right then. It's all about taste. It's not about THC. I can get very high on a very low THC product. And sometimes I've gotten very high. If I'm smoking it, I'm reinvigorating that THC. But if it's a big cherry on my smoky smoke, I'm burning everything off. And if I'm burning everything off, then I'm burning off the cannabinoids that are beneficial to powerhouse my body. But if it's a tiny itsy bitsy cherry, well then I'm not activating it at such a very high heat. Also, you can make tea. You make tea, you're doing only a partial decarboxylation. You take live cannabis, loose leaf tea blends. When the tea kettle screams, it's not going to get any hotter than 220 degrees. Cannabis starts to decarboxylate, starts to change, starts to become something more, something exciting, something magical, I tell you, at 250 degrees. At 250. So at 250, it changes. If you can get some of that precursor to THC, CBGA, and you have a small window of getting her. She is elusive in her organic acidic form. Very elusive because she's the mother of all cannabinoids. I've spoken about her before, but I've spoken about her like she's easy to obtain, like she's easy to find, easy to smoke. No. You can't just smoke it and get it. No, tea. Tea is a magical way of doing it because when you're doing tea, you are doing a partial decarboxylation. Tea, again, doesn't get hotter than 220 degrees, and if you're going to put your cannabis and steep it with your loose leaf tea blend, now you are going to be getting CBGA in her acidic form, which of course is going to be attaching directly to your neural transmitters. you're getting an effective medication early. You're getting an effective medication without it diluting and breaking down into the body. But then as it breaks down, you're getting that THC, CBD, CBC. CBN is later. CBN is an aged, oxidized THC. We'll talk about that one another time. But right now, in that CBGA that you are getting essential Mother Earth vitamins. Early vitamins from that cannabis plant that you're not going to get from smoking. Because from smoking, you're going to burn it off. It's going to be gone. It's going to be bye-bye. Okay, wait, let me catch up in the, oh shit, I know, right? That's the last one. I went to New Year's Eve party. Wait, I missed something. Oh wait, yes, we are playing at Charlie Horse New Year's Eve night. New Year's Eve night! New Year's Eve night. THC will be at the Charlie Horse in Ocala. I think in Ocala. Isn't that Ocala? Steam distillation is the best way to extract the essential oils from cannabis. Then you press the rest and sell it. Honestly, if I had enough cannabis to wash, I like to give it an ice bath. I mean, if you want to know exactly what I would do, this is what I would do. If I had enough, I would take the cannabis and give it a beautiful ice bath. And wash it good. The whole plant medicine. But I would wash the hell out of it. And then I'd pull those plants out, let them dry, and hang them to dry. After I wash it really good, hang them to dry. And now I would have a solution that I would pour through multiple different microns. So I'd get like blonde hash, bubble hash, ice bubble hash. And I would then collect all of this and freeze dry it. And then I would press that. I would age my freeze dry, age it, then press it. Look, I get crazy with that shit, baby. I would press the shit out of it. But it's a different press for different strains. And I'll tell you, Asher's finest rosins. Asher, we had him on the show many moons ago. He taught me the importance of different temperature and different pressure for different strains. Asher's finest rosins. Check him out on LinkedIn or Facebook. Awesome dude. Awesome information. Awesome stuff with cannabis. So that's what I would do. I would wash it. I would press it. But then, of course, I'm hanging the cannabis. So there are still trichomes and crystallization on that plant. I didn't wash it all off. I just took some of the main stuff off. I'm still drying it. It's going to hang there, and I'm going to probably still smoke it. It won't be as potent, but it will still be flavorful. And it will still have a degree of THC and activated crystallization to it. I don't know where I went with that, but I was just answering Nick where I'm going to go with if I had enough cannabis. So horticulture, oh shit, I know, right? That's I know where that's at. The last one I went to, a New Year's Eve party there, was back in 2007. Frank, if you're looking for something to do for a New Year's Eve party, the horticulture will not let you down. They are fire. I mean, absolutely electric. I was front row and center at the swamp. The swamp? No, what was it? It was a smoke shop. It was a community. They had a bar. Every time I keep messing this up. The swamp. Damn it. The gator. No. My brain stopped working. And wait. I'll remember it in a moment. Good. Okay. East Silver Springs Boulevard, just before you get to 25th Avenue. We'll be there 8 o'clock to midnight. Dude, that's going to be an excellent show. You are bringing in the new year. You are bringing in magic and energy on your heels. No pressure. No pressure. Pineapple makes me frisky, but Pineapple Express makes me limpy. Pineapple Express is a little different, though. Pineapple Express was only named that because of the flipping movie. It's got nothing to do with pineapple. Well, I mean, there was Pineapple Express before the movie, but again, this was a Hawaiian strain. The originations of Pineapple Express were something completely different. And it's terpenes, and that's why I think naming has gotten so weird, because you'll have strains named with things like blueberry, which to me would be like sedative. And I don't want something blueberry-esque because that makes me just, not that I eat a handful of blueberries. You're right. I'll eat blueberries and I get very excited. I feel healthy. I feel good. I don't feel tired. I smoked something blueberry and I'm fucking tired. So maybe there's an opposite seas. Opposite seas. I'm not going to even question if it's a word. It doesn't matter. And now I'm Swamp City. Thank you very much. You were being a smartass and I'm late. You see how late I am? But that's okay. That's okay. I just, again, while we're here, I want to wish out great energy to all of you. All my viewers tonight that are watching live from the Twitch, from Instagram, from LinkedIn, from YouTube, from Facebook, from TikTok. I don't think it's working on the TikTok though. Every time I think it's working, I think they ban me. Whatever. I can't remember to call it broccoli or cauliflower. Like I was rolling up some broccoli, some of the finest broccoli I have ever seen. Broccoli farmers would be very appreciative. But I want to say thank you everybody for coming to the show. Thank you for friends and family for watching the show. Thank you for friends of friends and friends of friends. We are all friends. We are all digital friends at this digital smoke sesh. I'm drooling and spitting. That's what I keep doing. But that's what we are. And that's what this is. Welcome to the, we're just here to chit chat. We're just a smoky tokey smoke sesh. International. So I just want to say thank you everybody really quickly. Be appreciative and show gratitude to everybody that helps to make this happen, and to everybody out there that comes to join the show and be a part of this truly magical 3 times a week energy. Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, 8 o'clock live. Now you can see our past episodes on YouTube. Look up Oregonji. Boom, you'll get all the past episodes. You can even click podcasts, and every single one of the podcasts that we've done live are there. Everything is there. Even some extra stuff I throw into that channel or into that page. But our podcast has a ton of things on it. So definitely check it out. But that's our YouTube. And that's if you're looking to go back and watch stuff, because I imagine there are some really interesting things that has happened on the show, that I have said, that we have talked about, that we have thought about, that we have created. And that's what I really love about the show. We've created ideas. We have created energy. We have created change. And change has happened. Kindness has happened. Openness and thoughtfulness has happened. People coming together through the smoke sesh, because of the smoke sesh, for the smoke sesh, has already happened. Everything this show could ever be has already happened. So it's no expectations, no actual conversations, but everything under the sun we will talk about. Everything. And all at the same time. We were talking about octopus earlier, and the octopus taking over the world. We are setting the environment for them. Isn't that a wild topic? It's wild. Wait, I've stayed on. Dude, this is the longest you've stayed on. Obviously you didn't bore me. So thank you, Frank. Thank you. Thank you very much. Frank is here tonight from the Peanut Gallery. I obviously didn't bore him tonight. Obviously, he's still excited about the show. And you know why he's excited? It's Friday. It's the smoke sesh. The last Friday smoke sesh of the year. That's pretty deep. That is memorable. That is milestone-ish. Not like kidney stone-ish, which you don't want one of these things. You do not want a kidney stone. Oh my God, so painful, ridiculous, until they gave me morphine. And then I was like the happiest person in the world. I was going to take mushrooms tonight. I know, great thing just to jump right in there. I was going to take them. Last minute I stopped and said, no, we're going to save that for Sunday's show. The Sunday Year in Review Mushroom Recap. Now, when I say I take mushrooms, it's not just your psilocybin. It's not just your psychedelic mushrooms. It's your lion's mane. It's mushrooms that are opening up your mind. Mushrooms that are opening up your respiratory system. Mushrooms that deal with digestion and nausea. The any psilocybin is lemon teched, so it doesn't make me nauseous or give me the poops. Just being honest. So anything I use is going to be very clean. It's going to be lab grown, and it's only for research purposes. And so that's wait. That's class clown to you, sir. I see. We'll take it. We'll take you as the class clown. That is fine. I don't want to be labeled as a class clown anymore. I hand that to you because every smoke sesh needs funny. And Lord knows, I'm not very funny. There's not a lot of funny going on over here. A lot of seriousness. Very serious all the time. Actually, I think that's how my family takes me, though. I think my family takes me as overly serious, overly stoic sometimes. And I think because there's a lot of different emotional things that you have to deal with, it doesn't allow your funniness to come out. It's like I talk on the show, you have to let everything go. You have to let everything go to experience the love and the joy of now. But instead, the past holds on to you like chains that you are dragging with you. And as the day becomes its now, that becomes your now. That past becomes this now. And the future that you want to get out of this, that becomes this. And it's chaos. And you can't create, you can't manifest, you can't be the magical nymph that you are already. Yes, I called you a magical nymph. You are all magical nymphs. Nymphs. You're a bunch of nymphs. That's what I'm calling you. That's what I said. I said it. Okay. Wait, I see Frank over here as a package deal. I don't give a damn about the label. I'm going to write a price tag on it. That's right. That's right. You value yourself. That's another big beginning. The big beginning is loving yourself, trusting yourself. You don't have to know yourself. I don't know myself. I am still on an authentic journey, or a journey towards authenticity, or the authentico. Like my mother used to say, it's not real until it's authentico. If it's not authentico, don't talk to me. It's not, it's not right. It's not the real thing, I tell you. I want to say howdy to everybody in Chicago. Tali, Danny, give your mom and dad big hugs from me. I know they're in Florida right now. I'm in Florida right now. We're all in Florida. Not all of us. A few of us. We are live from Florida. I'm broadcasting from like north central-ish, in an undisclosed bunker somewhere on the 7 acres. No, actually, that's where I did start the show from. So if you go back and look at some of the early shows, before I tore up the entire inside of the 1952 Spartan, I was broadcasting from inside of it, but the connection was terrible. It was crazy hot. It was like, when I complain about it being hot in here, it's not hot. The 52 was hot. It was in the middle of summer. No AC. I can only do it when the sun was coming down. And still, one of the greatest podcasts, one of the greatest smoke sessions ever. Every episode is to me. To me, every one of these episodes are one of the greatest smoke sessions. This is great. This is a chance for us all to get together as friends, digital friends all over the world, family, family, friends, friends of family, blah, 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 blah. Everybody included. Everybody included. People in Texas, what's up, my Texas peeps? What's up, my Chicago peeps? What's up, my English peeps? Yo, yo. That to me is a magic. Better than anything else. It's when we get to be our true authentic self, is when we take those bricks off. We take all those problems that we carry and create us throughout the day. Take all of it, put it on the imaginary table. Put it down, let go. After a joint, sometimes it makes it a lot easier. I'm not crazy about the cones. I've got to get back to rolling again. But I've been practicing. I wanted to make sure I can make the perfect cone. I think I have. What the fuck am I saying? Let me see. Frank the Tank Griswold, your package deal. You are. 2 hours later, wait, Oren, our number one horticulturist. Horticulturist, I like that. A THC culturist. Keep spreading the culture. You know, guys, y'all keep spreading the rock and roll. Y'all keep spreading the good vibes, the good energy. I hope people from this show go to see you. I hope they go New Year's Eve, because what a great time to see them. 8 o'clock to 12. What a great band to see in that segment. And they play hard. I mean it. Look, they're old school, harmonized, kicking shit off the stage, smashing. No. They don't do that. No, they've got great energy, and they show it on the stage. They work and play together like it's a rock and roll band. It's not. I was searching for different words, but not the right words were coming to mind. They embody the culture and the yeah of rock and roll, and they really do. So you don't want to miss them. They were doing a battle of the bands. I don't know. I can't remember. Did you guys win? I think you won. You didn't win. I can't remember anything anymore. Not right now. Not short term. I don't know which one this is. Anyways, if you guys didn't win, you should win. And if you haven't won something, they should be nominated for everything and anything. These guys are killing it. Kicking ass. They should be nominated for kicking ass. Nominated for the year of 2024, here on Highly Motivated. Wait. We are officially giving THC, the Horde of Culture, the award for kicking ass. Here we go. Here you go. THC awarded for kicking rock and roll ass. Kicking rock and roll ass. Okay, the Horde of Culture has now been awarded through Highly Motivated. I'm gonna find an award. We're gonna put some shit together. Has been awarded the award for kicking rock and roll ass for the year of 2024. I've written it. The pen is down. It has been stated. Congratulations, THC. So you did win, that's right. I knew my short-term memory wasn't working terribly. So they won the Battle of the Bands. See? Battle of the Bands winners, THC, yes! Wait. Hell, we got to play the Riley Theater. No shit. Hey, they played the Riley. You guys are, so you do it. The award has been well awarded then. Because obviously, from when I last saw you guys, you should be awarded for kicking rock and roll ass in the year of 2024. So we are going to be doing a year in review on Sunday. This Sunday's episode, I'm like excited. There's so much for us to talk about. I mean, today we were talking about octopus taking over the world. And don't get too cocky like you think it can't happen. it can happen. Don't get too comfortable as a species and think that another species can't take over. The octopus thing, I still find it amazing because I think it's more plausible if we have an eco disaster, a mega species wiping out disaster, and the surviving species, intelligent species, would be the octopus. And I can see them as the next generation of intelligence. And I can even see them, their ecosystem changing. I mean, going from ocean-based dominance, as terrestrial ecosystems falter, aquatic environments might become the epicenter of intelligent life. Deep down in the oceans, they're already taking over. They're already moving in. We don't even know what's going on deep in the ocean. We don't know. Look, octopuses with their adaptability and intelligence could become like the underwater engineers with an ecosystem like we have here. I mean, above ground, below ground, they could already have this. We don't know. I mean, air-based alternatives, birds such as crows, ravens, even certain insect species like bees exhibit complex behaviors, hinting at potential evolutionary trajectories. But further up that ladder is the octopus. Closer to that actual hypothetical is the octopus. So I think by altering the planet, we may inadvertently create conditions where other species surpass us in dominance, surpass us in survival, and then eventually surpass us in intelligence. Think of Waterworld. Holy shit, Waterworld with what's his name? And he was like part fish and part human. Kevin Costner? Yes. He was like, back then he was in every movie, like everything. He was in a golfing movie, and then he was then he was swimming like the fishes. And then he was dancing with the wolves. And then he was, I don't know what else he did. He did a lot of shit though. He did a lot of cowboy shit. He's still doing things now. He's in like a series as a cowboy. And I hear he's kicking ass as an ass-kicking cowboy. I think he just enjoys being a cowboy. But anyway, we got to play. Let me see. Hell, I'll toke to that. You toke to that. Hot damn. I'm glad you're going to toke to it because that's your award. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. Moving on. Octopus. No, I think we are creating more of an environment for more of a eventual warming of the ice caps, overtaking of the planet of water, where you'll still have, I don't know if there's going to be a freshwater or saltwater difference once all the waters rise and combine, or you might have areas of freshwater, areas of saltwater, like desalination, like where it doesn't cross boundaries. I'm sure you may have seen pictures where the water's two different currents or two different colors because one is freshwater and one is saltwater, and it's where they meet and they do not cross. It's the weirdest thing. At least where I saw it, they didn't cross, but they met. So I think in the altering of the planet, we then give rise. Hey, broccoli! Prozacole deformed. Wait, P-R-A, pro, and then the W-E, Zacole, Prozacole, deformed. Well, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you here. My cat says hello. You tell your cat. Or Ganji says hello. And tell your cat. I think we are fascinated about the octopus because their intelligence and their alien-like nature. It makes us reflect on our own place in the world. Their world is aquatic. Their world is underground. Their world is below us, and we don't see them. And I do believe in like an Agartha, like an inside the world planet. Like there's a world inside of our world, or maybe not as, I don't know. I mean, we don't know. There's so much space inside of our planet. We don't know about the ecosystems that are happening inside there. And we don't know about the creatures that are living untouched to our evolution or to our influences. So there could be already, there could already be smarter beings on the earth than us. So I think it's because of how intelligent they are. Earth has seen dominant species rise and fall. From dinosaurs to humans, are we just another, I don't know, like a chapter in the story? And then something else will take over? The dinosaurs, the titans, the dinosaurs, us in our multiple forms, and maybe extinction? We almost became extinct 800,000 years ago, or maybe it was 80. It was 80 or 863,000 years ago. I remember the date. 800 and some change. So 800 and some change, 1,000 years ago, we almost vanished as a species from the earth. Completely, from the universe. We were gone. And somehow we held on. There were still a few humans, and in our reproduction, in our, we became the dominant species. And then it could be something else. So if octopus or another species were to rise, it would signify the resilience and adaptability of life. That means it can happen on any planet, even through catastrophic changes. It can happen and be thriving on other planets. Mars, Ceres. Recently, they said, look, this was, I think NASA undercover released this, has the purest water in the universe, or detectable water that we can detect. Ceres. Inside this planet, Ceres, that we could possibly reach, is more water than all the fresh water, than all the oceans of the earth, all the oceans of many earths. Just incredible. What does that mean for life? What does that mean for the possibility of biological life? So, I don't know what got me into biological life. It's so quantum. But octopus. So what if the octopus are ruling on other planets? Why do I think it's octopus? I mean, so it just shows that life can adapt. It can adapt. It can adapt here. It can adapt in the Mariana Trench, which is like the deepest trench that we've measured on Earth, or the deepest one we can get to. There's deeper, or maybe it's the deepest we can get. I don't know. It's pretty deep. I think a filmmaker went down in a specially designed sub. Individuals just went down in this thing, had to go through, it took them hours to get down there, maybe days, I don't know, hours. But that's the craziness, us going into this year. So much we learned about. Going into this next year, look, we're still dealing with UAPs. We're still dealing with the possibility of disclosure, and that they're trying to desensitize us and get us ready for disclosure. Is that what they're getting us ready for? This is why I'm just gonna keep smoking. I'm just gonna keep going. If I stop smoking, I might think about it too much, and there might be some really seriously weird shit happening. So next episode, listen, Sunday, okay. Sunday, which will be the last Sunday smoke sesh of 2024. So that being the last smoke sesh of 2024, on the Sunday, we're going to be doing a year in review. We're going to do the talk about Bob Joyce and Elvis. We are going to give out the awards. During show. What kind of awards? I don't know. I'll make it up as I go along. You're going to love it. It's going to be great. Frank, I'm definitely going to check out the Deadhead rum bottle lamp. I'm so excited. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'm going to We're going to do a little mushroom trip on Sunday, just to bring in some new energies and some new goodness. Tonight, I did want to get deep, but I don't think we're ready for it tonight. Maybe just keep tonight loose and light and talky. My cat sometimes says hello. Damn smart cat. Let me tell you something. Cats know some shit. Cats were around back during the Egyptian times. They heralded cats like gods. They thought cats were otherworldly. So very intelligent creatures. Cats are quite amazing. They really are. But you tell your cat, your cat understands exactly what I'm saying. Cat, you be cool. You were cool. You're already cool. You're like the coolest. That's what it is. No, I wanted to talk a little bit about authenticity being more of a superpower. You know, finding out what your true, your authentic want, your authentic joy, without it being diluted. You know, being diluted by compromise, being diluted by responsibility, being diluted by overthought, over stimulation. I don't know. There are so many ways to look at this. But to find your authentic one, or your authentic joy, happiness, that's a big deal. That's something I search. I search all the time. I search it for more meaning. I search it for more understanding. For me, it's, I don't know which one this is. I'm just gonna start picking up little doinks. Let me see, the biggest one first. I get the biggest one fast. It could be anything. But I want to find out what makes me happy. That brings me excitement. Because I find that life becomes very mundane, very ordinary, very the same. It just follows a cycle and follows a script. And so many times we are trapped in a prison around that script, and we don't venture outside. We don't explore, we don't journey. You know, we don't create more life and more energy. It's like something's holding us, and we need to open up those gates and feel the joy and magic of life. For me, I want to treasure hunt. I want to mine for gems and rocks. I want to explore hills and countrysides. That's what I want to add into my journey. I want to make that more of an adventure. Go on a trip specifically for mining, like Nevada and black opals, fire opals in Nevada. Holy shit. And it's not, I mean, yes, sure, you can make great money doing this, but the adventure of it, the getting dirty, you know, and not mining with big machinery, but really getting in there and finding the veins, making it more of the adventure once again. I would love to gold mine like they do in the Bering Sea. Maybe not that. Maybe that's too deep. I would love to maybe snorkel some river shit, like not too deep. I don't know. I want to add more of that kind of excitement to life. More historical places, historical stops, not making the whole trip about history, but making history into the trip. Always incorporating a little more of this and that. I feel work has taken precedence, you know. I've just been too busy. Life has made me too busy. I don't want to be that busy. I want to remember the family. I want to remember joy. I want to remember treasure hunting. I want a good metal detector, and I want to get out there on the beaches here in Florida. That might be a little old manish. I don't give a shit. Not just that though. I watch these shows. You watch like The Hidden Truths, or what is his name? I can't remember anybody right now. but all these people that are searching. Oak Island, if you've never watched Oak Island, you're going to love Oak Island. So the history or the mystery of Oak Island, it's wild. Look it up. It's a place in Nova Scotia. It's the oldest running treasure hunt in the entire world. The whole world. There are other treasures out there, but this is the longest running hunt for an individual treasure. And the most money and lives have been lost on this island in Nova Scotia. These guys have already found something. They found a lot of things. They found history. They didn't expect to find what they found. And it lays so much credo to what's there and what they're going to find. Absolutely incredible. So that's the mystery of Oak Island. There's also these are just shows I'm listing off, but because of these shows, they get me excited to go back out there and be like, yeah, I want to find shit. I want to see these petroglyphs or see these stone carvings for myself. I want to see a part of history that, I don't know, maybe in some way I'm taking with me. I want to immerse myself back into culture and the energy of people. I remember one of my greatest memories was in a bar with my family while we were traveling through the mountains of gold country, or Colorado, or New Mexico. I can't remember exactly where we were, but we were in an old gold mining town, or right outside of an old gold mining town, in its new pop-up of a town. The town wasn't new, it's also old. But we were in a bar, in a saloon, and I'm sitting there with the family, at a table, and there's a bar here, but we're in like a little restaurant section, just a table. It's like a couple of seats. They're like, you want to sit down somewhere? There, sit there. That's where you can sit. And we're like, done. We'll take it. And we had chicken fried steak the size of the fucking plate. And that was the energy of the place, the energy of the area, the energy of the journey. I remember this on this trip, and I'll tell you what happened. And I don't think I talk about the story very much, and it is kind of embarrassing. Who gives a shit? I'll tell you. My cousin Doran is part of this story. Doran lives in Texas right now. But back then, when we were on this big Colorado trip, and we were in the van, the Silver Bullet, this thing was flipping amazing. We were climbing mountains. I was a kid. I don't even know how old I was. 15, 14, 13? 13. We're going to go with 12, 13, 14. Probably 14, because I thought I was a sexy devil. I was a sexy devil. Okay, so here's the trip. So anyways, this cafe, I remember this cafe, this bar so well because of the energy of it and the energy of the trip. And and so here was what was leading up. Earlier in the day, we've been driving in the van. My dad was driving the van. My mom, passenger. My sister was there. I think Jay was there, had the smelliest feet in the world. I'm sorry if you have smelly feet, people. If you do, put tea bags in your shoes. Wash your feet. I don't know. I'm sorry, Jay. Sorry, Jay, if you're watching this show, I'm so sorry. But he did, and we were all stuck in a van with him. It was terrible. He was a kid. He was much younger, so I know I had to be a little bit older. So me being older, I should know better. When I say that, the whole trip, everybody's getting me excited about gold hunting. We're going to an old gold mining place, like up in the snow-capped mountains, and it's an old village that is famous for finding gold, and there's still gold all over the place. And so they're getting me excited the whole time. There's gold, and I have a pickaxe in the back. I have a bag. I'm like, I'm gonna fill up the bag with gold. And so I was young enough to be foolish enough. And my dad's laughing, goes, yes, of course, son, whatever you're gonna bloody find, you'll find all the bloody gold, just shut up. So we're driving, we're going up the mountain, and he goes, right, we are there, I believe we are close, there it is, and we're all getting excited. And Doran, my cousin, is there, and he had recently, I think, just gotten out of the Israeli army. And he's like, yes, I need to get out to the car, we've been driving too long, what is this? Open the door. So, in my excitement, they opened the door to the van. I grabbed my pickaxe or my little hand tool, and I'm like, I'm off. And I took off, and I made it to like a riverbed, and I stopped, and I'm looking around at this old, broken down, history-strucken town. that time has washed through, and the lives that were there, the energy that was there, it's like I could feel it for a second. It's like I was like, whoa, whoa. And you can almost like see smoke churning from the forge, or from people cooking, and where the saloon was. The saloon was the only thing still standing. I mean, it was halfway broken down, but still standing through all the elements and the snowstorms and the avalanche or whatever. I mean, it's gone through a lot of shit. Big winds. People left this town. That's still standing. So I'm standing there holding my hand tools, looking around like, where am I going to go? I'm looking around like, wow, and I see, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, but I don't see gold. And in my naivete, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. But I looked like I'm going to find fucking gold and jump on top of the rock and break it in pieces. And then in the distance, I could hear Doran. Oren! Oh my God, you have to see this. Oren, come on. I believe this boulder is pure gold. It's shining like yellow. You're going to love this shit. Come on, Oren. I'm like, okay. So I ran. I am leaping small boulders. I am dodging streams. I'm like fucking MacGyver. I am like the MacGyver of gold mining here. I don't think I have ever moved so quickly in my life. And so I made it, and I stopped, and dust went, and I can see my dad, I can see my mom, I can see Doran over there. He's smiling, big smile. He goes, oh, look, right there at the rock. You see it? Doesn't it look like gold? I'm like, son of a bitch, it does. It does. It's like glimmering, almost yellow. He goes, I know it. Look, it's like wet. It's almost like wet. Come on, go hit it. I'm like, yeah. So I'm beating this rock, and it's splashing, and Doran is behind me in hysterics. My dad's in hysterics. Everybody's laughing at me. And I can't hear them. I'm beating the rock. There's pieces of rock flying. And I'm like, I don't see gold. And Doran's like, because I peed on the rock. I did a pish. I pished. My golden pish. That's what you're hitting. That's what's splashing in your face, Oren. Golden pish from me. For you. From the rock. Haha. So in my excitement, I came and broke a rock of pee. And I was embarrassed for 6 minutes until I forgot all about it and went back to breaking more rocks. I didn't give a shit. I think I was in that mood. I was just picking up every rock, but look at this one. Crack, crack. So what I want is adventure like that again. I want magic like that again. I want authentic laughter, authentic embarrassment, authentic feelings and emotion, raw and history laden, in places where you feel the energy of the people there. Like when I went to Gettysburg and I stayed at a park with the RV called the Drummer Boy Park. I think it was Drummer Boy RV Park. And I stayed in a part of the park, and it's a huge place. I mean, enormous. But I stayed specifically in a spot where the fog rolls in at night as the conditions are right. And when that fog starts rolling in, we were out there. We had our canopy out. We had our lights on, but not too much. We didn't want to dissuade from what was going on out there. So as the fog rolls in, you can see an army marching in or marching upon. And you can swear, you can see the ghosts, you can feel the energy. And it's not like they're gone, they're here. So when you look at time, there's no past, present, future. Everything is officially happening right here. It's just a frequency that we can tune into. If you can tune into the right frequency, you can travel to whatever point of the now that you want to be in. And at that point, my not youngest, at the time, Gideon, one of the twins, he was pretty young. He was scared shitless. He saw it. We all saw it. And he was like, no. And he ran right into the RV, closed the door. But I stood there and I watched it until and the closer it got, they just disappeared. It's like they just dissolved. But if you silently just watched it and opened your mind and really looked to see what you were looking at. There was another site we went to go look at that was famous for terrible things, people being hung from a bridge. But we were ghost hunting. And when you ghost hunt, you go to places that are known to have terrible history, but you can feel that energy. To THC, cats only meow to people. They only, wait. To THC, cats only meow to people. Oh, he's saying the THC. Boy, Nick, it took my brain a second. That Nick is talking to THC. They only meow to people. I don't know, they talk to people. They hiss a little bit, they purr to people. Cats have a lot of communication. There's a lot going on that we don't listen to. In the purr, there's a frequency. There's a hum. There's a harmonic speech. So in the purr, there's talking. In the body language, there's talking. I think we overlook that because we're too busy. It's like when people get high and they haven't been high in a long time and they're smoking some good shit, that's got to be pretty good shit. And then they're like, oh, this hamburger is amazing, or this milkshake is amazing. Everything tastes all of a sudden amazing. I don't know where we're eating, but it's amazing. It's amazing because they're not thinking about the past. It's amazing because they're not thinking about a future. They're not thinking about tomorrow. They're just now. They're enjoying the burger and the milkshake of the now. They're enjoying the life of now. And that is when we can open up and see things differently. Like a cat meowing is not the only conversation they're having with us. They're purring, they're pawing, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they're doing some shit. And you give AI a little bit of time and it's gonna figure out how we can understand our animals. I can't wait for that. Actually, we should talk about that. Because you know how they have language translators? How about pet translators? I bet they already have that. Okay. I thought for a moment, Oren, that was genius. I'm like, I know. But then I was like, no, it's already out there. They've got to have this. They've been working on this forever. I know I saw something not too long ago, you know, where they had something you could read their moods or read something about them. Pet translators. Go figure. Okay. They don't meow to other cats. Huh. You know, Nick, interesting. That's like super interesting. Maybe you stumped me. I didn't know that cats only meow to humans and they don't meow to other cats. That's wild. I wonder why is there now, okay, Nick, do you know why they do that? I mean, I'm not saying like I know why. Do you know why they do that? Because now you have me on edge. Now I'm like, I didn't know. Oh, great, thank you. Well, fine. I'm gonna find out though. Wait. Why do cats only meow to humans? Okay, I am gonna find out because that is actually a very simple and very interesting difference. To communicate what to us? They talk in their meow. They do. I have actually heard words. Gracie, which is my Persian that was mauled by many dogs, an amazing cat, my favorite of all, the most intelligent human-like cat you would ever meet. Look, Gracie would come to the table. She would not be pushed away. It's her table. She could sit right there. She'll feed her at the same time that we eat. She get very insulted. But Angie, I believe, had her say mama or something. I could. So, and I think they do it to show their honor to the human. Or, you know, I don't know, maybe they're making fun of us. Who knows? Who knows? But why don't they talk in communication to other cats through their meow? If they're that capable of vocalizing words, then within their vocalizations of meows and the different pitches that they hit, there is conversation. There's got to be, because I hear them meowing, like I'll hear them meowing, like in streets and not to other humans, but just meowing. They've got to be able to be meow to other cats. I've got to look into that. That's a wild one. They talk in their meow. Yeah, they do. They do. And that could be a dominant look. Animals could take over. Intelligent animals, I guess in the next 1,000 years, we could go through some crazy ecological changes, biological changes, and other species could be the stronger species. So I'm not going to say that the octopus taking over is not impossible. Okay, authenticity. So what is it? What is the authentic us and authentic happiness? That might be too much to conquer in the rest of tonight's show, because it's too deep too. I don't want to be down. Like, it's not down, but in the exploration of one's inner self or inner workings, we get so deep that we get introspective, we get extrospective. I don't know, we get too thinky. And in the too thinky that we become, you start to question a lot of things. Authenticity, for me to be authentic right now and tell you that, I want to keep it light. I want to keep it fun. I want to keep it enjoyable right now and still just talk about anything and everything. Wait, dogs can mumble words too. Listen, Nick, you're right. I had a dog that could speak. I had a Jack Russell Terrier that could do like sentences in barky bark barks, but it was the truth. He would sing songs. That's what got me. He would stand up on his hind legs, and I had a Chihuahua that would sing. He was actually the Chihuahua my mom gave me before she passed, and he was a magical little Chihuahua. So, yeah, he would sing nightly. Actual singing. I mean, it wasn't good singing. It was more of a howling whine that would pierce the strangest parts of your brain, but that's what would happen. Beautiful dog, though. Great dog. Intelligent, warm, kind. Always had 1,000 little problems, but didn't. The dog, I think, was a hypochondriac. Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi was the dog. I mean, Chi-Chi was a great dog. Mr. T was his buddy. They're both actually buried next to each other. And I haven't gotten myself a new Chihuahua. But then recently, Gideon got himself a new dog, which is a really cute blue-nosed pit, something, crossbreed with something else. So who knows what it's good. It looks like a little bit of Labrador, a little bit of pit, a little bit of Labradoodle. Who knows? Cutest thing in the world. And the name is Zoinks or Giggles. Now they're not decided. Answers to both Giggles and Zoinks. And it was supposed to be Giggles and Shits. Or the Giggle Shits. Because the dog just shits everywhere. But it's getting better. We're training. My son's not training. Gideon, if you're listening to the show, and I know you do sometimes, train your dog. Train your dog better. Spend some time with your dog. See, I use the show as a medium to speak to my older twins, because if they're watching it, just reminding you. But no, that's the thing. New dog, he got really cute, really, really cute. Actually named him Zoink because of the show here, Doinks and Zoinks. That maybe should be a show of its own, Doinks and Zoinks. But we're on Highly Motivated, and this is a community get-together of everybody. Anybody and everybody. You know, you don't have to have a medical card. You don't have to smoke weed or eat weed or rub it on your body. You don't have to do shit with it. When we can, we try to educate. When we can, we try to talk about the amazing things cannabis is and the amazing things that it can do. And how we achieve it, not just through smoking it, but eating it raw, making tea, making balms that we can rub into the body, that are transdermal in patches that can get through the fat layers. There's so much. And Sorry, I looked over at the comments just now, and I see, wonder what Great Dane tastes like. Okay, listen, I gotta tell you what I did. I was down in Crystal River or Homosassa, and it was like the state park of the sea cows. The what are they? The sea cows. What do we call them? They're protected here, and I can't remember what we're calling them, but they're sea cows. Whatever, it's a sea cow. So I was looking at this thing going, so it's a sea cow. The name of it will jump to my head any minute now. Or maybe somebody can say it here in the comments so I'm not driving myself crazy. But in Homosassa, Silver Springs area, there's a sea cow state park. Why can't I remember what these things are? Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts. But just like you wonder what Great Dane tastes like, so I'm in the middle of the park and there's people all over the place, and I open up the phone and I go, Google, what does sea cows taste like? They go, delicious, because they're simply delicious. I'm like, that's right. And then I asked again, and manatee, thank you. Oh, my brain was it was like melting. My brain was melting just now, just total melt fest. So I was like, what do the manatees taste like? Do they taste good? Just like, and Google, literally, I told you, the first answer was delicious because they're simply delicious. Now they're endangered, and they're not endangered, they are a protected species now. But before they were protected, they were hunted and they were eaten. And from what I find out, they were the most delicious sea cow or sea beef that you'll ever have. Google said so. So when you're asking about Great Danes, ask Google. Be like, yo, Google, how do Great Danes, what do they taste like? Because in Asian countries, they raise dogs to sell them for meat. It's a reality. I mean, I don't think I could do it. But in other countries, they serve horse. Here in the United States, we don't serve horse. But in other countries, horse is on the menu because the meat is incredibly lean, incredibly rich in proteins and minerals. And wow, I mean, you'd be surprised what horse meat offers. It's wow. But we don't eat it because we look at horses like pets. But in other countries, they eat them. The original Krabby Patty was the manatee. That explains a lot. That tells you why people love the Krabby Patties. You go in SpongeBob's world, and you go and get a Krabby Patty. It is the original Krabby Patty. It's manatee. It is the sea cow. It is delicious. And I was in the middle of the park, and people were looking at me. Here, they heard. There was a whole bunch of manatees right in front, a bunch of sea cows, and they were beautiful, beautiful, big, gigantic cows of the water. And when I asked Google, there's other people around me. So other people heard it and they looked at each other like that was Google. But then it came back and told me that they're protected and stop it. Don't eat them. I'm like, I'm not eating them. I mean, I would love to eat them now. I'm that and Komodo dragons. No. I mean, there's got to be animals out there that you would think about eating. Look over here. Horticulture is like, listen, Great Dane. What does it taste like? What does horse taste like? What is shark? Shark is like the steak of the ocean. Not as delicious as you might think. I've had it done very buttery, grilled beautifully, but it's a thick, it's great with lemon, maybe some extra. I don't like a big piece of it. Maybe if it was just a small piece of shark that you get, have a small piece of shark steak and as an accompaniment, but on its own, anyways, okay. But now I want manatee. It's like the pork of the ocean. The pork of the ocean. Oh, it's like chicken, beef, and pork all put together like a sausage in the ocean. It's an ocean sausage. I am hungry now. This is ridiculous. I am now hungry for ocean sausage. But if I see it as an ocean sausage, it doesn't look as appetizing, and it's kind of scary. And like the anaconda, but I would eat snake. Snake is delicious. Snake is absolutely delicious. So would I eat an anaconda? Hell yeah. I would absolutely eat an anaconda. That thing's been eating donkeys, and unless of course it's been eating people, and then I just can't eat the anaconda. That would be weird. See, shark meat in Puerto Rico and loved it. See, but now again, it's how it's prepared. Maybe I think I had it done too bland, and maybe the sauce. Did you have it? Were there beautiful sauces that went along with your shark meat? Like, did they have like a nice puree or with a nice Chianti? Very good, very good. But no. Were there nice sauces with it, nice accompaniments? I mean, look, in Puerto Rico, I've had some beautiful dishes. I could have been eating shark and I wouldn't even know about it. But I think it's nice with beautiful sides and beautiful sauces that keep it soft and moist, because shark meat can dry out if it's too thick. If it's too big of a piece, it can dry out, and oh, shut up. It was barbecue shark? Man, that sounds good. Okay. I've never had barbecue shark, but I am now excited, Miguel. Miguel, welcome to the show. Barbecue shark. Delicious. Right there. Yum. Some barbecue shark, that's it. I'm in Florida. I can get a hold of some shark. I can get a hold of some gator meat. Love some gator meat. That's like chicken of the ocean. That's like ocean chicken, but better. Excuse me. It's like a gamey chicken, but so are frog legs. Frog legs are like a gamey chicken as well. Barbecue shark. Now I'm excited. Woo! That's gonna be delicious. I don't know where we got in the food here. Oh yeah, it's because I was talking about the manatees and I asked Google if they're delicious, and they are delicious because they are simply delicious. Google's answer. Other people heard it. They testified to it. They were shocked at the Google answer. I like this with a nice Chianti. Now you make me go back and watch Clarice. Go watch some movies. They don't make movies like they used to. I don't want to get into that right now because it hurts me. There's an energy, an excitement, an originality that movies used to possess, that some of the actors would possess. And now I don't know if we've lost creativity or lost our skill at short story excitement, because movies are short story excitement. Movies are an hour and a half. So you've got to condense the life of people and their short story in that hour, 45 minutes even, 45 minutes to an hour and a half. There's a magic that the actors and the producers have to meld together and find to tell great stories. Look at Die Hard. We're going to talk Christmas movies, holiday movies. I've only watched it now thousands of times. Thousands? The entire Die Hard series. Even his resurgence with his kid, where he flew a motorcycle into a helicopter. He's capable of anything. From a tunnel. Excellent shot. So, definitely exciting food. Eating manatees. Finding out if Great Danes taste good. I always wondered, ever since watching the Indiana Jones movie, if monkey brain tasted good. Like the frozen monkey brain that they served at the dinner in the I can't remember the name of the movie. Indiana Jones and the Quest for Something. But they had a very interesting, moving, half alive dinner where some of the things they were eating were still moving. I know in a lot of Asian countries they have dishes that they serve with shrimp. And the shrimp, they're small shrimp in their shell with their legs, perfectly alive with antennas and everything, running all about the place. They grab, and they're really tiny. They grab, or they're little fish. It's like either little itsy bitsy fish or little shrimp, or I think there's both. And they just throw them into a container, and they're still like they're jumping out of the shit, like some are jumping for, I'll make it, I'm gonna remember you. But then they're putting in spices and sauces and dun. Just they close the box, they give it to you, and they give you a fork, and they're like, good luck. And you eat that live. That live meal. I haven't tried that. I would like to, just to try it, just to say, hey, I've tried it. But then my luck, I'll choke on one of these. They're trying to get away. It'll fly out of my mouth. Or swim. I don't know. I don't know. I was going to say swim out the other end. I don't think it's possible. So we're going to go with not possible. Hey, thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming here to Highly Motivated for whether it be 5 minutes or the entire show. You are all awesome, and you are all welcome for every single show, 3 times a week, live, right here on all these channels that you see me, on the Facebook, on the LinkedIn, on the Twitch, on the YouTube, on the Tiki-Taki, maybe. I don't know, it says I'm live, but I can't believe it. I'm not going to go check. I don't want to look. I'm just going to pretend I'm live. You can still find me on the Tiki-Taker. I might get it resolved one day. Who knows? I probably won't. They'll probably just keep kicking me off because of the smoking, because of the language. And I'm not going to bend for their rules. They don't want to show me, you don't show me. You can still see me here on LinkedIn and Facebook and YouTube. And on YouTube, you can see me live as Oregonji. Or you can go to Oregonji.com and see old episodes. Or go to YouTube and see, whatever. Just go places. And don't forget, on the website, we have the tea. Amazing. It's going quick. There are so many different blends. Well, there's 4 blends. And in those 4 blends, I don't know which one's the favorite yet. I think the Belly Bliss and the Golden Green have been going pretty quick. The Blue Zen Brew is probably one of my favorites. It's a morning or afternoon tea. It's got just a beautiful blend of big chunky tea, big chunky organic, gorgeous tea that it moves me. It relaxes me. Like it relaxes my mind. Like it helps me let go of bullshit. But it gives me this different energy, a creative energy. Now I become creative when I can drop the bullshit. I'm like, I can think. Oh, I got some great ideas. Oh, and so it's like a great idea. Happy, funny tea. I think tea should be multiple things. Tea should be an adventure of its own, a mini adventure, a 10-minute break from reality, from chaos, from regular life. Tea. I know you're like, Oren, just a tea. I'm like, look, you put a little cannabis in that tea, a little bit of raw cannabis. Now you could steep your tea for maybe 8 minutes, right? And you take out the tea bag. But your cannabis, you keep in there. You let it stay in your tea. You are getting cannabinoids in their truest, most beautiful form at a partial, live body decarboxylation. You are changing things live and in charge and on wild in tea. Tea. And I know you think, no, not tea. Tea. Tea is magical. I didn't appreciate the magic and beauty of what tea can do for the mind, the body, and the soul. But it's like a gateway opens. When you drink a tea, you're opening yourself to those frequencies, to that goodness, to that healing. And I know you think, it's a tea, Oren. It's a tea. It's a ceremony. You're heating that water. You're getting your cup ready and you're thinking about it. So now you're almost in that manifestation state, and you're already relaxing. You're already becoming and just part of that tea. It's like a moment. So now the rest of the world stops and you've got that tea. The kettle screams. You pour the tea, you steep it, you add a little honey, you mix it, shit, that smells good. Right there, you're already opening things and changing things and healing things. And it's like the chakras, they open up. They're like, hello, how are you today? It's a party. But that's tea. And that's different flavors, like peppermint. Peppermint opens up the brain like this. Black tea with its caffeine. Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha helps you drop struggle and stress and you name it. Ashwagandha, you're just like, what? I don't give a shit. Just, I feel it. I understand you. But I'm assimilating it differently. That's ashwagandha. But then with the combination of the caffeine, it picks up the mood, picks up the attitude, picks up the energy. I think tea is great. Jamaican hibiscus, there's a sweetness to that, a back-end sweetness, and the beautiful colors. Colors do so much for the body and the soul. And when you look at a beautiful tea, and it looks beautiful, and it smells beautiful, and you add a good organic, raw, unfiltered honey, there's a powerhouse there. Now, some of the teas like this, I can't drink on their own, not without honey. On their own, they're pretty powerful. They're pretty herbal. The honey helps stabilize the ashwagandha flavor and any other flavors that come together that might be too overpowering. The honey blends them together. It's a natural sweetener. Sugar, I'm not a big sugar when it comes to the tea. So again, you're sitting there waiting for it to steep, waiting that 6 minutes, and you're playing with it a bit. You're getting all excited. You take your bag out, and now you can start sipping that tea, and you're thinking, you're organizing, you're planning, you're preparing, you are creating. That's your manifestation. That's your subculture break away from reality. When I talk about augmented reality or virtual reality, virtual reality more so, you are jumping into a different world. So Don, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. Great to have you here. Hey, horticulture, I will see you guys Sunday on our recap show. Can't wait to have y'all here. Y'all, don't forget, horticulture, Horde of Culture, New Year's Eve. They're playing in Ocala. Go back on the comments, you'll find out where. But they're going to be in Ocala, New Year's Eve. It's going to be amazing. Don, it's good to have you here. Wish we had you directly on the show. How you doing? How have things been? How's the energy? Isn't this awesome? This is the Smoke Sesh. This is the get-together of everybody. This is what I delight in. 3 times a week, touching base with everyone, worldwide, internationally, intergalactically, because I am pushing out vibes to the International Space Station, saying, hey, get on the show. Have a little smoky tokey. I wonder what a little smoke, I guess you can't smoke in the space station because of the pure oxygen or something like that. It would set it ablaze. That would suck. So, but you could do edibles. You could do topicals, and I bet you they do. They got cannabis. They've got edibles up in that space station because they're bored shitless. They're sitting there. All they got is Netflix and chill, and they're getting the best connection. They're on that Starlink shit. They're Starlinking to Elon Musk's satellites in the space station. So they got the fastest gaming connection anywhere. And when they get restocked, they got those 2 extra astronauts right now that haven't come back yet to Earth. They're doing edibles. They have got some of the great. I wonder if you get higher in space. They look pretty high on those broadcasts. Every time I see them on the TV, she's like, I am so fucked up. That's what, she doesn't say that, but that's what I see. And her partner, he's same thing. He's just like, I don't know where I am. No, Space cannabis. I think you get higher in space. If you can't smoke it because you blow some shit up, but you eat edibles and you do some patches and shit. They got patches under those clothing. You don't see anything, but there's patches. It's patching. They're high. They're high as a kite. They are high as a kite on that space shuttle. And God bless them. God bless them, and they need to come back down. Some crazy shit. Hey, everybody, what a great show. What a great showing. And everybody here, I appreciate you. I thank you for bringing your energy and bringing your excitement to the Highly Motivated podcast. Don't forget, 3 times a week, we are live. Facebook, whatever, you'll see it. Live in all those places. Wherever you're coming to me now, I'm live at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It lasts for years. Longest, absolutely. What, space cannabis? What, you think it gets them so high that they're so high until they come back down? I would like to smoke weed in space. I don't think you can. I mean, I guess in an atmosphere controlled area that's not pure oxygen, you could. I mean, is that a possibility? That's a possibility. But I'm not going to chance it. So I'll eat raw weed in space. I'll make brownies. I will make the most amazing space coast brownies. The mostest brownies. HHC. It lasts for years. That would be amazing. I think, let me see. Oh, you just got back from Delray Beach with the family. So you were golfing out there, Ron. Or so Don. Ron, Don, I called you Ron. So it's Ron, Don the Ron, but no, but it's Don. Don the man. Or so Don. So were you golfing? Is that what you were doing? I think you were golfing. I feel like you were golfing. Like a golfing trip. I think you told me you were going on a golfing trip. The most delicious of Dr. Peppers is now gone. I don't drink Coca-Cola, but I stole one for my daughter. And I haven't opened it, but if I'm really thirsty, I still probably won't. Not saying Dr. Pepper is any better for me. It's not. But I have to choose the better of the two evils. And if they're two equally evil, then I'm just going to drink them both. No, just hanging out there. You weren't golfing. Maybe next time. But I want to thank everybody because this is our last Friday. Our last Friday of 2024. Our last Highly Motivated Smoke Sesh of 2024. And Highly Motivated this year, we have been very consistent with our podcasts all year. That's 3 times a week, Friday, Sunday, Wednesday, 8 o'clock live. So for me, that is a huge milestone to be able to come to you guys and meet everybody here on the Highly Motivated Smoke Sesh, the community get together, the educational hangout, whatever you want to magically call this, that's what it magically is becoming. And it's awesome. So coming up next year, we might have a studio. Look, I even have fancy shit like a microphone. Look at that. Fancy microphones that don't work at the moment with this program. Actually, it's not that they don't work with the program. They don't work with the music. So the music I would lose. My music would go bye-bye. The microphone works good, but the music doesn't play. So I have to find a way to get the microphone and the music to work together interchangeably. Right. Because now that we have the music, it's been such a new vibe. I see some blazed. You are blazed, and I'm glad you are blazed. I am space blazed with some of our space music that we heard earlier, and we are dedicating our space music this evening to Christopher in the show, Christopher Sterl. All space music will be for his inspiration for the Time Machine Project. And if you haven't checked out his page on LinkedIn, check it out. Check out his podcast. He's got like over 50 podcasts now. A lot of stories. And these are all the basis for a television show that he's creating. And I got to tell you, pretty exciting. Happy New Year to everybody. Well, I'm going to do that Sunday. Sunday show is 2024 recap. It'll be the last Sunday of 24. And the next time after that I come to you will be January 1st, the Wednesday. So New Year's Eve night, that energy of changing over to a new year as a community, as everybody, we feel that. That's a magical time of manifestation. That's a magical time of creation. So all those things that you believe in, all those things that you see and that you want and that you are part of, that's the time to manifest it. That's the time to help create it. New Year's Eve night, that energy, because we're all in that energy together. And you're working. Hey, Nick, good night. Nick, we'll see you later. Have an excellent evening. Thank you for coming to the show, and thank you everybody for coming to the show. You are the show, and you are all what keep it and make it special. Oh shit, look, I've gone 3 hours. Okay, that's my cutoff. 3 hours, I'm done. You guys are all amazing. You are all the creation, the manifestation, the energy, and the kindness the world needs. And that's what all of you are. And I'm blessed to be part of it. And I thank you all for including me in your energy, and I'm including you in mine and my family's, and we all send out greetings to everybody in the holidays. Happy holidays. May you be safe. May you be healthy. And safety, healthy, and love is the biggest wealth. Love, health, safety, joy, that is a wealth beyond any money, beyond any physical property that you could ever hold. So I wish all of that for all of you, all year round, but especially right now, I'm just giving you a little extra. Thank you for joining me. I'm highly motivated. Have a great night. See you Sunday. Recap show. Oh, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait. There's so much we're going to talk about on Sunday. I may have to start it early. Maybe I'll start Sunday a little bit early. Maybe I'll do Sunday like 7 o'clock. And then do like a 4-hour show. With as much as what I have to talk about Sunday, boom, boom, big energy, big show, big smokies. It's all happening Sunday. I'll see you guys there. Thank you for joining me. Have a great night. Arrivederci. Do svidania.